KNDY.
And a good evening and welcome to Wamego, Kansas. Bruce Dierking, Jason Bruniger, Mike Side with a 7 o'clock kick tonight as the Wamego Red Raiders entertain the Marysville Bulldogs. Bulldog football live on KNDY, AM 1570, FM 94.1, streaming on our website, KNDYradio.com, and something like BulldogsOnRadio.com. That's a new addition from our tech department. And we're also on the free mobile app as well. So follow us all season long with live coverage, home and away games, a service of our KNDY Sports Booster Club members. And we welcome all of our longtime sponsors back and a few new faces this season as well, reminding you, if you are not a Sports Booster sponsor on our broadcast and would like to be a part of the Marysville sports, football, and basketball combined, please give us a call, Bruce or Max at KNDY, and we'll get you set up for the new season. A new season kicked off a week ago as Marysville rematched with Abilene. It's been a few years since the Cowboys and the Bulldogs matched up. That went 28-14 in favor of Abilene. Marysville stumbling in their first start, but seeing some impressive performance from individuals. And overall, a 28-14 finish in Abilene's favor was a learning experience for Marysville. Tight scores throughout the league as Clay Center knocked off Wamego 19-7, and Chapman edged Concordia 14-13. Got some head-to-head matchups in the NCKL to open this season. Marysville on the road tonight to Wamego, bouncing back home, hosting Chapman next Friday. It's homecoming for the Bulldogs at the Landau Family Sports Complex. Again, we've got it live. Tony Trimble's our guest on the pregame show, and we're looking for a 7 o'clock kickoff. It's Marysville at Wamego live tonight on KNDY.
Hard work has never come so easy. That's what you'll say when you take on a job with the New Holland all-purpose tractor from KNDY. Whether a Workmaster Utility, Power Star, T5, or T6 tractor, you'll maximize your productivity with exceptional power, convenience, and comfort. Buy now and take advantage of 0% financing for 60 months or cash back on these 45 to 126 PTO horsepower models. Stop in today at KNDY in Marysville. Offers end September 30th.
Have you ever wondered what sets Sunflower Community Credit Union apart from the rest? It's the power of ownership. When you join Sunflower Community Credit Union, you're not just a customer. You're a member and an owner. Sunflower Community Credit Union is a member-owned, nonprofit financial institution that places our members' needs as our top priority. We're here to help you grow your savings, manage your finances, and achieve your dreams. Visit Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville, where ownership matters.
When you start a plumbing or electrical project, make sure that you have what you need to get the job done. If you don't have everything you need, Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber can help. Stocking a full line of electrical wiring, switches, boxes, and everything to the fixtures and even light bulbs. For that plumbing task, there's pipes, connectors and joints, faucets, toilets, and accessories. From an installation or remodel to a simple repair, get the plumbing and electrical supplies you need at one stop at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber.
Hop in, let's go to Honeyman Ford in Seneca, the best place to be.
Skip the drive. Come see us right here in Marysville, Kansas. At Honeyman Auto Sales and Service, you'll find the same honest sales experience backed by the same reliable service. With the same goals in mind, our Marysville location is sure to provide you with a satisfying vehicle experience. Find us on Facebook or stop in at 1122 Pony Express Highway today.
Have you driven a Honeyman Ford lately?
Fans filing in, we're glad to have you along on air, online, on the free mobile app as well. Some Bulldog fans across the way starting to filter into the stands on a beautiful sun-splashed Friday evening, early September for week 2 of the football season. Band from Wamego is waiting in the wings on the sideline. Cheerleaders are set for the teams that will be coming out on the field as they announce tonight's starting lineups. Jason Bruniger, it's a brand new season. Our first night out, week 2 of the season, right?
Yeah, I missed a week ago, and I was talking with my junior high kids earlier today, and I was realizing that I think when I started doing this, they weren't born.
Wow.
So it's been a while since I've been up here. And if you've been listening over the years, you know I'm a big fan of the pomp and circumstance of high school football. And it's been almost a year since it's happened for me. And it's just seeing that band out there in the crowd. And as you mentioned, it's just a Chamber of Commerce day out there. beautiful, beautiful evening for football, and here we are.
Trump, you won on that. Their parents weren't born when I started 43 years ago.
Indeed.
Oh, but it's exciting to be back. There's that energy in the air, and I like this start with NC Yale head-to-head matchups these first 3 and 4 weeks of the season.
That's right, and Wamego is a huge matchup for Marysville. They lost the game a week ago. There are some things they could absolutely clean up and maybe play that game again and even get a win. It's going to be a big test tonight. Wamego played in the state championship game a year ago, only defeat in a 12-1 season. Some of that production is back, but a huge load of seniors are gone for Wamego. But I was counting along the railing here. I think I counted 19 seniors this year on the Wamego Red Raider football team. So it's going to be a volume issue. There will be Marysville is going to put 14, 15 kids on the game field all night. Wamego is probably going to put closer to 30.
You mentioned Wamego in a state title match last year. It was Bishop Mage in a 35-14 final score. So, they gained a lot of experience, and although you lose some great seniors, you're always replenishing, and they've seen that. And there's a great tradition down here as well.
There is. Losing begets losing, winning begets winning. And when you are used to playing in a state championship game, you want that feeling and that excitement again and again. And those underclassmen that were a part of that don't want anything short of that in their senior season.
And we'll talk about seniors. Marysville lost a handful last year. It was my daughter's class, 2023, and a great group of seniors that many graduated. But we look at these kids filling in the shoes, so to speak. They're ready to step up to the challenge.
There are, and a couple of them did a week ago. Dakota Slupionic and Will Otot being the two that stand out first and foremost, and they're both juniors. And then the sophomore, Grant Hafley, was the other one that put some offensive production together. So not only do you have that production on the football field in week one, some kids putting up some pretty good numbers, they're underclassmen, so you can look forward not just to 2023 football season, but what's Marysville future football going to look like and see who those stars might become.
Obviously, that part of a building process with second-year coach Tony Trimble at the helm.
Yeah, and Coach Trimble brings an entirely different approach to football than what we had before. This football team, the way that he goes about it, it's about minimizing the number of snaps that you give to your opponent and putting out a good, long, sustained drive. It's not about big plays. It's about eliminating penalties and eliminating turnovers. And unfortunately, a week ago, it's the turnovers that got him.
Tony Trimble came up out of Hutchinson a year ago, took the helm at Marysville after Dusty Hoyer moved back to Hanover, and Trimble, a longtime fixture at Valley Heights, no stranger to Marshall County. Band is taking center field. They'll begin festivities here tonight. Again, glad to have you along. 7 o'clock kickoff puts us a little more than 10 minutes away from kick. Marysville at Wamego live tonight on KNDY.
We don't have to tell that harvest season is here. And while you're working the fields, Kramer Oil is on the road for you. Kramer Oil's commercial fuel delivery brings premium fuel right to your farm, making sure your machinery never skips a beat. Fast, reliable, and always on time. Because during harvest season, every second counts. Keep your farm running smooth with the name that's been there through it all. Kramer Oil. Our family serving yours for generations.
Just like our area athletes work each day in practice to perform at their best in the big game, the staff at Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer, work daily to provide the best parts and service experience when you need it most. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations. We know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one. Bruna Implement Company, since 1947.
Anyone can sell you soybean seed. Channel Seedsman place product to perform. With Channel XtendFlex soybeans and Channel Roundup Ready 2 Xtend soybeans, you'll get the superior weed control you want and the high yield potential you need. Make the most of next season with the Roundup Ready Xtend crop system and expert recommendations from Channel Seedsman. Ask a seedsman in your area for recommendations for your fields. Check with your state pesticide regulatory agency for specific restrictions in your state. Always read and follow pesticide label directions.
With United Bank and Trust online banking, you have access to your hometown bank 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year at ubankonline.com. You can view account balances, access statements, and transfer money between your UBT accounts. You can also view account activity, pay bills, and even make loan payments without being limited by banking hours. Simply visit ubankonline.com to learn more. Online banking with United Bank and Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Joined now by Tony Trimble, head coach of the Marysville Bulldogs. Coach, you fell to Abilene 28-14 in that season opener. Looking back at that first drive you guys had right down the field for 6 points, you weren't able to hold it. I know there were some positives in that drive.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think that was the best thing that could have happened for our kids. Just right off the gate, just get some success that showed them that what we had been practicing, what they've been working on, was actually something that would work if they would put it into practice. So I felt really good about the way the kids responded. You know, we obviously got to get some things corrected or we would have came out on top Friday night, but we got work to do, and we're excited about where we're going.
You mentioned the offensive line play there for just a minute, and that was something that stood out to me there Friday night, was how well those units on both the offense and defensive side played. How nice is that to see that position group has already gelled kind of nicely here early on in the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice. I mean, because we talk to our kids all the time about the kind of offense we run. Has to be, the line has to be kind of the heartbeat of what we do. And so we had some kids that were further along than I expected, like I mentioned. And I think we had a couple kids that, you know, figured out as the game went on what it took to play at the varsity level. And, you know, I think there's some nice things there that those guys did. And we're definitely going to have to rely on them throughout the season. And if we're going to have success, it's going to all start with those guys.
As you look forward onto this Week 2 matchup against Wamego, kind of same styles as you're going to face defensively, how do you attack this week in terms of from that defensive side, you know, being prepared for what they'll throw at you?
Well, obviously, we'll have to come up with a plan to try to stop what they try to do best. But there's some things we got to work on, focusing on ourselves. We got to tackle better. We've got to be more aggressive at getting off of blocks, take better pursuit angles, just little things like that hopefully will help put us in better positions to make plays when the time comes. And then as far as, you know, what Wamego does, they're a good football team. They're gonna run at you with some power, and then they're also going to throw the ball around, like you said. They had success with some short screens on us last year as well. So we just got to get better at a few of those little things that will help us become a better defensive team.
Looking for a complete home makeover? Feldkamp's Furniture has it all, offering extensive lines of brand name furniture, appliances, and mattresses for a perfect night's sleep. But that's not all. Their showroom is stocked with the latest in-home decor, so you can add those finishing touches to your space. Need some expert advice on design? Feldkamp's offers free design consulting to help you create the home of your dreams. Feldkamp's Furniture in Marysville, delivering comfort, style, and the perfect night's sleep right to your door.
Tension in Marysville is a leading national manufacturer and marketer of custom envelope products. Great career opportunities include operations, sales, customer service, accounting, tech, and administrative support. Go online to tensioncorp.com for the Careers tab for more details on currently available opportunities. And apply today with Tension Corporation in Marysville, an equal opportunity employer. Michelin tires on sale at Mike's OK Tire in Marysville. Get up to $110 total savings via reward card or virtual prepaid card after online submission with your purchase of 4 new select Michelin passenger or light truck tires. $70 tire rebate on all Michelin tire lines, plus $40 bonus rebate on Michelin Cross Climate 2 tires only. Valid through September 12th. Now at Mike's OK Tire in Marysville.
The horn has sounded, and the Wamego Red Raiders take the field hosting the Marysville Bulldogs tonight. Good evening. It's Friday Night Football. Opposite our broadcast, Max Blasky and company are just up the road in Frankfort as the Frankfort Wildcats entertain the Washington County Tigers, an early season homecoming match for Frankfort. Just game 2 of the season. Boyd had their homecoming first week of the season last year. Marysville's early
doing it next week, yep.
Third week of the season as they host the Chapman Irish. By the way, we'll be part of the United Bank and Trust tailgate party in the Marysville City Park. Begins around 5 o'clock. Tony Trimble's going to join us shortly after 5. We'll have a Coach's Corner live from the tailgate party. And then, of course, Jason Bruniger, Brian Crack will have a live call next week with Bulldog football home and away on air, online, and on our mobile app. Here come the Marysville Bulldogs on the road tonight, their first road trip of the season, again falling to Abilene 28-14 last week, while the Wamego Red Raiders fell to Clay Center, opening NCKL play. Here tonight, an exciting matchup with a pair of teams looking for that first win of the season. Marysville versus Wamego, and let's check starting lineups for the visiting Bulldogs. Offensively, at quarterback is Willow Tott, the 6'1", 190-pound junior. Running back is Grant Hafley, 5'11", 170 pounds, and a sophomore. Twin halfbacks are Dakota Slupionic, 6', 220 pounds, and a junior, and Blake Spicer, 6'1", 160 pounds, and a senior. The receiving corps, Brody Lawrence is 5'9", 145, and a sophomore. Jordan Miller, 5'9", 150, and a junior. Eli Sidlacek, 5'8", 141, and a sophomore. Anchoring the line for the Bulldogs, Braden DeWerl County, 5'9", 250 is a senior. At the guard positions, Alex Shaley, 5'11", 190, and a sophomore. Ashton Schaefer, 5'11", 250, and a junior. And at tackles, Garrett Haverkamp, 6'3", 190, and a senior. Kemper Eichmann is 6', 250, and a senior. Second-year coach Tony Trimble with assistant coaches Ben Wurtenberger, Bert Lord, Ben Schaefer, Brandon Schradel, Tommy Bruniger, Landon Wright, and Tyler Bisnett. Marysville winless. They're a season opener. Fell to Abilene a week ago. For Wamego at quarterback is Pruitt Nolan. He is a senior. At running back, Porter Smith, a senior. Thomas McIntyre is a senior. And Mason King will be back at senior position. The wide receivers are Harper Lowell, a junior. Nathaniel Gallagher is a sophomore. Your line, Cooper Dow is a senior. Cody Mayer, a junior. Braden Fulton is a senior. Don't have sizes listed on the Wamego Red Raiders, but they're always a big, beefy bunch. And Marysville with some big boys on that offensive line as well starting here tonight.
Well, so the issue is going to be volume. Marysville's big boys on the offensive line are also their big boys on the defensive line, and so they're going to have to play those 5 guys are going to have to play those 9 spots all night long, whereas Wamego is going to have 5 offensive line starters, and then they're going to have, depending on their defensive front, 3 or 4 defensive line starters that aren't connected in any way, shape, or form. So with the conditioning of the Marysville front 5 on offense and front 4 on defense are going to be a large factor in this football game tonight.
Conditioning early in the season, you're so right. We talked about numbers coming down, and I was just glancing as the teams went out to center field. Wamego with half again as many numbers on the sideline here tonight as this younger Marysville team.
Yeah, and that's going to be the way that it is when you play these Abilenes and Wamegos and Rock Creeks is that they're going to be able to bring fresher bodies at you. But if you're in shape and if you've done the things you're supposed to do to get yourself ready for a football game, and with a little bit of luck you stay healthy, if you're the better football player, you're going to be the better football player all game long, no matter if that guy gets to rest half the time or not.
Beautiful facilities here at Wamego. They were one of the schools that early on adopted the artificial turf, so they've had that for several seasons. I've got a great press box up here. I said, even the little things that I notice after a lot of years on the road, the windows are clean. There are no cobwebs in the corner. And air conditioning on a night with 85-degree kickoff is a bonus for the broadcasters. Again, delighted to have you along. We're just ahead of kickoff here tonight, reminding you we've got Kansas Jayhawks playing in the background tonight. We had a high school opportunity, and so we'll get you updates on Kansas Jayhawks, which were preempted tonight. What are these college teams doing with my Friday night high school lights?
Texas doesn't like it, I can promise you that. Those Texas kids do not like it.
Kansas State's in action tomorrow. It's 9 a.m. for the pregame, 11 o'clock kick at Manhattan. We'll have it live right here on AM 1570, FM 94.1. A couple of other reminders. Stay up to date on high school football with our Coach's Corner, airing each evening following sports at around 5:20. Tony Trimble's our guest on Fridays. He actually airs about 5:30 after Washington County. And, of course, we have scores on the Farm Bureau Insurance Scoreboard Show. Twice each hour game nights on KNDY, the service of Farm Bureau agents Patrick Beauty in Marysville and Bryce Leonard in Washington. Scores twice, too, on our 7 a.m. of news on Saturday mornings on KNDY. And I think that's all the preface we need. Let's get down to football, my friend, as the Wamego Red Raiders defend the east goal, looking into the sun, kicking off to Marysville, defending the west goal. Marysville playing right to left as we get things underway week 2 of the season. 2 winless teams, Marysville versus Wamego.
Major contrast in colors here. Wamego white helmet, red monogram W, black tops, black pants. Marysville black helmet with the red M, white tops, white pants. So really, really cool uniforms both teams putting out here tonight, and the contrast is adds to that cool nature of it.
I like that I can see them both. Twin deep backs for Marysville as Brady Graber is a junior and will kick off. I would guess son of athletic director Travis Graber, and we appreciate his hosting us here tonight. Red Raiders with the kickoff. Week 2 of the season. We're underway. The kick going left to right and goes over the
head of Hafley and out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Hafley tried to catch that over his head like a reception rather than a getting back and getting it caught into his belly like a typical kickoff. But no harm, no foul on that. It was probably going to be a touchback either way. So Marysville starts their own 20.
Not a lot of arch, came in kind of like a rocket. And Marysville will take first possession from their own 20-yard line. Bulldog football. Again with junior Willow Tot calling the plays. Tot under center. Here's motion with Hafley. Hand off short to the right side of the line. It's going to be good for 3 or 4 yards up the middle.
Yeah, gives Slupionic 3 yards there on the dive. Marysville runs that double wing formation. It's basically it's the Delaware wing T doubled up. So you got a wing on each side and a fullback about 4 yards behind. And Otot just gave on a option play right up the middle to Slupionic there. Good for practically 4.
Dakota Slupionic, big 220-pound junior.
He's a big boy, and he can move. He's got some good foot speed. Good athlete.
2nd and 6. Bulldogs on their first possession were just underway.
Nothing doing that time.
Yeah, it was kind of a quick handoff. I won't say late by any means. The defensive line was right there. No gain.
Yeah. A big early third down in this football game. Again, Marysville's offense it's not 3 yards in a cloud of dust because we're playing on turf, basically. And so what Tony Trimble wants to do is get 3 to 4 yards every play and move the chains for another first down with that third or sometimes even fourth play. It's not designed to go 10, 12 yards at a pop.
Enthusiastic break of a huddle by MHS. Wide out split. Otot under center.
He's going to get sacked.
Pushed back inside the 20-yard line. Had a look this side, but no opportunity. It's going to be a loss of perhaps 3 of those 4 yards Marysville had gained to bring up 4th and a long 9.
Promising start to the series with the first down run of 4 yards, but then 0 and then -4 basically for a 3 and out with no total yards for the offense.
Puts the Bulldogs in punt formation here with 10:10 to play, opening quarter. And the punt from the 10-yard line, bouncing across the 50. Rolling dead at the Red Raider 49-yard line, where it's Wamego 1st and 10 with 10:01 to play here in the opening quarter.
So good field position here for the Red Raiders on their first possession.
And again, Wamego led by Pruitt Nolan. He's a senior at quarterback. We'll work from the shotgun formation. Motion by Brock Weeks. He's a senior. The play comes up the middle. Quickly crossing midfield. That's a gain of strong 4 yards to the Marysville 46. Smith, McIntyre, and King are your designated starters at running back.
And that was McIntyre.
Nolan takes the shotgun snap. Little stutter step move by McIntyre going to the far side. He's inside the 45, fighting for first down near the 40-yard line. Going to be just short, maybe a yard. 3rd and 1, Red Raiders.
McIntyre, one of those guys from a year ago that was largely productive in the offense. He had over 800 yards rushing a year ago, so he's used to carrying the football, and he'll probably carry it quite a bit.
Porter Smith, Nathaniel Gallagher come in off the sideline. Twin wides to the far side, one to the near. Lone back behind Nolan. Going to be McIntyre for the first down and then some. Shoots through the middle, crossing the 35, ahead to the 32-yard line.
Porter Smith on that carry. How many did you have him for?
Let's see, 41 to 32. Let's go 9.
9 yards on that.
And Wamego quickly working downfield. Started at midfield, now at the Bulldog 32.
And they do huddle, but they huddle quick. Boy, they're in and out of that huddle in a hurry and already to the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely. Twin wides to the near side, and it's Weeks in motion. Here's the running back coming near side, bouncing off a defender at the 30, at the 25, ahead to the 10. Porter Smith going to mark him down at the 13-yard line.
So 19 on that carry after 9 the first time. Porter Smith welcoming himself to this football game with some pretty good stats.
Not a tall kid, but he's pretty stocky out there, and he got right to it.
Inside the red zone now, just on Wamego's 5th snap coming up here.
They've had the ball for just under 2 minutes. Early timeout on the field.
And Dakota Slupionic has some sort of issue, and he's got to go to the sideline for.
Quick replacement defensively for Slupionic. And we're set for 1st and 10. In motion right to left, going this time to McIntyre up the middle. He's down to the 5, inside the 5, just puts him very close to a first down. It'll be 2nd and 1. No huddle offense. Up the middle is Thomas McIntyre. He's ahead to the 2, maybe down to the 1-yard line. Yeah, he's right there to the 1-yard line, where it's 1st and goal for the Red Raiders. Look at this persistent, quick-moving team.
7th play of the drive upcoming, all on the ground so far.
Red Raiders looking to strike on their first possession. And it's worked up the middle. Why not? Tripped up Thomas McIntyre into the end zone. Wamego touchdown. Red Raiders break the ice with 7:41 to play here in the opening quarter.
$51 yards, 7 plays, all on the ground, all between Smith and McIntyre, finding gaps and gashing through them.
And the PAT through the uprights for Brody Graber. And with 7:41 remaining opening quarter, it's Wamego 7, Marysville nothing.
Since 1976, Olmsted Real Estate and Auctions has been your farm and home marketing team. Let the experienced family team of Tom and Rob Olmsted and brother-in-law Tom Kirkland guide you when buying or selling a home or farmland. Delivering timely, honest, and professional guidance, visit olmstedrealestate.com to view current listings and auctions. Your farm and home marketing team is Olmsted Real Estate and Auctions.
300, that's buyer 5-2.
Nordis Motor Company in Marysville has several pickups in on trade, including a like-new 2022 Chevy Silverado 1500 model. It's a Z71 edition, a local trade-in. They have a 2021 Chevy Colorado four-wheel drive, also a one-owner local trade, and a 2017 Chevy Colorado four-wheel drive, Z71, with under 38,000 actual miles. Used pickups in on trade, plus new Chevys as well, at the Nordis Motor Company.
Red Raiders take the early 7-0 lead, 51 yards on 7 plays, 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the scoring drive. McIntyre from 1 yard out, Graber adds the PAT, and it's 7-0. Wamego, 7:41 remains here in the opening quarter. Marysville took the opening kick, 3 and out. Bulldogs back deep for a second time tonight as the sun sets on a beautiful evening for high school football. Graber with the kick left to right. This one high, end over end, is into the end zone. And a touchback for the Bulldogs yet again. Marysville fell to Abilene. Wamego fell to Clay Sutter a week ago. Early season matchups head-to-head in the North Central Kansas League. Top and company set for their second series. Wheel comes under center, taking a snap, and lays up the middle to the 25-yard line.
Nice run there by Slupionic.
Dakota Slupionic, 220-pound junior. The early lead running back. Picks up 5 on first down. Shadows start to lengthen here. Wide out split. Give up the middle. That handoff has to happen pretty quick.
It goes real quick.
Black jerseys off the defensive line are collapsing fast. That's a short 2-yard pickup.
Wamego running a 3-man front with 4 linebackers. And basically that strong safety walked up to a 5th linebacker level. Just 2 corners and a safety in the defensive backfield for Wamego. And that's how you play it against the Tony Trimble offense.
Yeah, nothing fancy. It's a ground game here, straight up the middle. QB under center. There's Slupionic again. Oh, went around to the right side.
Yeah.
Got a nice fake. Picked up a yard and a half. Still needs a yard. But it's 4th and 1 for the Bulldogs. A good effort.
That was Cameron Wetter on that carry.
Cameron Wetter's a 170-pound sophomore reserve. Gets it out to the 29, but couldn't stretch it a little bit further. Good read defensively. It'll be 4th and 1, forcing a Bulldog punt for the second time here tonight.
Alex Shale, the punter for the Bulldogs.
Clock rolling under 6 minutes.
Get a good roll here. No.
Booted the ball from the 18, bouncing from the 45, rolling to the Wamego 41-yard line. Well, Wamego picked it up 49 last possession. Took it straight downfield for a score. They'll start a bit further back, but still strong field position at their own 41 with 5:50 to play opening quarter. Red Raiders lead 7-0.
So Marysville's front 4 were gashed pretty good in Wamego's first series, which allows the offensive linemen to get to second level and move those linebackers out of the way and turn those 3 or 4 yard gains into 8, 9 yard gains. We'll see if Marysville can adjust here.
3 wides, 2 to the near side, and the pass comes near side to Brock Weeks. It's complete near the 45. He crosses the 50, knocked out of bounds on the Wamego sideline right at first down territory. Bulldog 49-yard line. Nolan to Weeks. Nice little pass. Going to be just shy of the first down. I think just. Gallagher checks in off the near sideline, near side hash mark. Raiders back in Bulldog territory for a second time tonight. Single back behind Nolan. Looking left and right. And that back is McIntyre. Shooting ahead. Easy first down. East to the 45, to the 40, just inside the Bulldog 40-yard line. That's 9 plus. Raider football with the early 7-0 advantage inside the MHS 40. Again, very quick huddle. And the Nolan snap is a pass, far side. Good for a first down. To the far sideline. Looks like Harper Lowell. He is a junior. Give him 11, maybe 12 on that. Brings the ball to the Marysville 27-yard line.
Well, you were kind of hoping that Wamego didn't throw the football on their first possession because they weren't comfortable doing it. But 2 throws on this possession have been right on the money by Nolan.
And here he hands off to that lone back. It's straight up the middle inside the 25. Pickup of 3 yards.
McIntyre again.
Credit Coach Weston Moody for a very prepared team. Very disciplined out there tonight. I'm impressed. Week 2 of the season. High snap. Nolan, near side. It's a late pass complete. Crossing the 20, tripped up from behind at the 25-yard line. Nice stop by the Bulldogs over here by Brody Lawrence.
Yeah, Brody Lawrence made a couple of good tackles.
Still enough for a Red Raider first down to the Marysville 15-yard line.
Was that King that caught that pass?
He's a big kid with an 8.
Oh, it was an 8? I thought it was 26 King.
I'm still, yeah, it would be right. Yeah, I can see by the stature out there. Yeah, okay. I go with that.
And how far did we go on it?
I wanted to say 9.
Okay.
McIntyre finds a seam left of center. He's ahead. Close, not close enough. Brings it inside the 5 to the Marysville 4, where it's another Red Raider first down first and goal to go. Yeah, with this quick break out of the huddle and new faces and several coming up off the sideline, we're learning fast, aren't we? Up the middle.
That ball's loose.
Porter Schmidt.
That ball is loose, still loose.
But they're tracking it. They indicate
touchdown. I did not think you could fumble forward for a touchdown.
Porter Schmidt, it squirts away, but evidently got back on top. It's 6 on the board for the Red Raiders for a 13-0 advantage. Now with 4:32 to play in the quarter.
I'm going to just give it to Smith. I'm not sure who ended up recovering it.
Right, he carried to the end zone. We'll assume he was in the fray. There were really more Bulldog white jerseys in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it didn't get recovered.
Braver through the uprights earlier, puts it back through the west uprights again, extending the Wamego lead 14-0. 4:32 remains first quarter when we come back.
Get your home in shape this summer with the help of Cromie Lumber. They have everything you need from lawn and garden tools, patio furniture, grills and accessories, and of course lumber. Cromie Lumber is also your local paint shop. Get the high quality paints without the high prices of those retail paint shops. Contractor quality premium paints and primers. Spectro color matching and computerized mixing machine to ensure good quality matches. That's Cromie Lumber in Marysville and Washington.
If you're a driver over 50, it may be time to switch your auto insurance. The AARP Auto Insurance Program from the Hartford is now available through Copeland Insurance Agency in Marysville. Call today for your free, no-obligation quote. Learn more about special rates, benefits, and service designed especially for AARP members. Call the Copeland Insurance Agency at 619-6220. That's 619-6220. Certain policy features are subject to eligibility and may not be available in all states. Hartford Fire Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut.
Who's getting the workout tonight? The kicker, Graver. He's done 2 PATs. This will be his third kickoff. 59 yards, 7 plays, a minute 20 seconds on the scoring drive. On their opening scoring drive, 51 yards, 7 plays, and 2 minutes 20 seconds. So they executed with even more efficiency.
14 plays, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. 6 plays, 9 yards, 2 punts.
14-0, Wamego lead. Bulldogs have been 3 and out twice here tonight. End over end kick straight down the middle, and it's a touchback from the end zone. Marysville again. We'll take a third possession here with 4:32 left. Have been consistently up the middle with short runs, but not enough to make a difference against the stingy Wamego defense.
Well, what you've got to do now is you have got to sustain a drive that takes this clock into the second quarter here. You can't afford a third punt in this first quarter.
Willow Tots a little slow getting out of the sideline. Finally gets out to the huddle, and we'll get this series underway. First down on the touchback from the 20-yard line. A little motion going left to right, but nothing to fool the defense. Guarding up the middle for a short 3-yard pickup. 2nd and 7. Marysville moving right to left.
I found Grant Hafley on the sideline. He's getting some medical attention of some sort. Still has his helmet on, but hasn't been in the game for a while.
A younger Marysville team still learning their roles, and then when you have those shifts and those adjustments, presents a new set of challenges. There's Otan under center.
Nothing.
The early handoff for really no gain. Yep, wrapped up right there to go to Slupionic. No gain keeps Marysville stuck in the mud there at the 24-yard line.
Another 3rd and long.
Clock rolling, 3.5 minutes. Sun is set. We had some shadows on the field earlier. Folks out in shirt sleeves tonight. Beautiful evening for high school football. Twin wides are split. Haven't seen the arm of Willow Tot. Kind of looks both ways. Back pedals. Rifles a pass to midfield.
Nearly
down by the
intercepted.
Raiders.
Lucky that it wasn't intercepted. That ball was a little underthrown. Safety gets over there. One of his own guys knocks it away.
Yeah, there were more black jerseys in that neighborhood than white jerseys. And it was batted away by the Wamego defense. Brings up a third punt on as many possessions for Marysville here tonight, trailing 14-0 with just over 3 minutes showing. I said Graber was getting the workout for Wamego. Our punter's getting the workout for the Bulldogs. Taken by the Raiders to 45-yard line. And a return across the 50, the opposite 40, 30, and running near the 20-yard line. That is a great return. Will set up great field position at the Bulldog 22-yard line.
Alex Shale, the punter, with the touchdown-saving tackle there.
Nice return for the Raiders. Everything has gone in their favor here so far tonight.
Yeah. Blake Spicer out here on the coverage. Usually a good tackler in the open field, just couldn't break down and make that play.
Time on the field, 14-0. We'll keep it here with 2:54 remaining. And our broadcast coverage is service of our KNDY Sports Booster Club members. If you're not a Sports Booster Club member, give us a shout. We'll get you on the new season with all the home and away Bulldog football games, boys and girls basketball as part of our broadcast package. Reminding you, tune for Tony Tremble, our guest on the Coach's Corner Friday evening. There's about 5:30 on KNDY. Plus, he'll be live at the United Bank and Trust tailgate party next week. He'll usually stop over shortly after 5 o'clock, so don't be late, be early, be on time, and join the fun for homecoming festivities on next Friday's game. Chapman Irish come to town. That should be a good test for Marysville. Chapman is in action tonight. What are we? League head-to-head matchups again. I jotted them down somewhere and lost them. Here we are. Marysville at Wamego. Chapman's at Clay Center. Concordia at Abilene. Week 2 of this young season.
Well, Chapman and Marysville both with tough draws this week. Clay Center is probably the cream of the crop in the NCKL, and certainly from the 3A perspective. But Wamego here showing themselves to be a tough draw as well. So both teams will be hungry for a win next week.
Yeah, earned respect for Clay Center with how impressive Wamego's opened here tonight. All right, we're underway with Pruitt Nolan on a quarterback keeper going to the far side, crossing the 20, 15, 10. He's knocked out of bounds just inside the 5-yard line. That's Nolan for, about 16 yards, right?
Yep.
Setting up first and goal. Wamego's knocking at the door of a third score yet here in the opening cue.
Nolan got one heck of a block on the edge by number 14, Harper Lowell, on that play.
Nathan King, senior starter, brings the play in the sideline. We'll be out quick tonight as fast as Wamego's working out there.
Right.
Single back behind Nolan. Gets the handoff. It's up the middle for McIntyre, the score. Thomas McIntyre, straight up the middle, 4-yard touchdown run, his second score. Well, McIntyre getting a lot of work done for this team tonight. On the board again, 2:42 remains on a 20-0 lead.
9 carries for McIntyre, 51 yards, 2 touchdowns.
And Graber will be the PAT, 2 for 2 tonight. Wind sure not a factor, not at all here tonight.
That's it.
Yeah, kind of veers off to the left and missed on this attempt, leaving our score with 2:42 to play in the first. Wamego 20, Marysville nothing.
The greatest investment a company can make is their employees. Landall Company congratulates their team members for making their 60th year a record-breaking year with an incentive bonus of 15.67% of annual wage or 8.15 weeks of pay as a bonus. Proud of the work you do and the difference you make. Join the team today with great job opportunities available. Learn more online at landall.com/careers. EEO, vets, and disabilities welcome.
RX Drugstore in Marysville is ready to meet your prescription needs with prompt and convenient service. Refills are easy. Order by phone, on the web, or through their mobile app. Can't make it in to pick up your prescription? No problem. Free in-town delivery is offered in Marysville, Frankfort, and Beatty. Your local Health Mart pharmacy provides prescription, over-the-counter, and durable medical equipment services for all your healthcare needs. Thank you for choosing RX Drugstore as your pharmacy. Stop in and visit them today.
Well, Wamego got excellent field position on a great punt return. 2 plays, 22 yards, adding their third score tonight. Missed a PAT that may have been tipped. It was 20-0 here with 2:42 remaining as the Bulldogs take their third kickoff in the contest. Hard bounce off the 10-yard line is scooped up. A short 5-yard return for the Bulldogs.
Keegan Waters on that return. There's just sophomores everywhere on this Marysville football field.
Sets up a Marysville 1st and 10 inside their own 15-yard line. There's 2:39 to play.
Keeping an eye on Hafley over there. He's still on the bench, but his helmet is near him. See if we can get him back in the football game.
Heard his name several times on the broadcast last week. Here's the junior, Willow Tot, under center for the handoff. Up the middle, got a yard. Slupionic.
Yeah, he's getting up a little gingerly. Yeah,
he is. Teammate helped him initially there. Couple of faces coming off the Bulldogs sideline. Well, it doesn't appear we're down to an 11-man rotation yet this second game of the season. Second, a short 9. Otat under center. Motion going to the right side. Play up the middle again.
That's a
to the 21.
Double dive. That's Wetter on the second man through there.
Got 5 yards on the pickup. Brings up 34. Twirl County, Abercamp, Schaefer, Eichmann. Offensive line for Marysville. More player rotation, far sideline. Clock continues to tick, and Marysville didn't know her. Take time when you can. Complete contrast, though, how quickly Wamego comes out of the huddle, and Marysville stretching it, just as long as the play clock will allow. A little shift on the defensive line. Here's Otat. Quick pressure. He fires a pass far side, gets the incomplete.
He was hit as he threw. That ball didn't have a chance.
Yeah, looking over there for Blake Spicer. That incomplete brings up 4th and 4, forcing yet another punt situation. Marysville just not able to generate anything tonight.
4 possessions, no first downs, a total of 19 offensive yards.
Bulldogs 4th and 4 at their own 21.
Bad snap over his head.
It's over the punter's head. It's into the end zone.
She'll kick it out of the back of the end zone, which is what you're supposed to do, and it caused the safety.
Well, that's 2 more for Wamego, leading 22-0 now with 1:03 remaining. And again, we'll keep it here.
That more than negates the blocked extra point. If you're trying to stay in this football game, if you're Tony Trimble and the offense and the coaching staff of the Marysville team, though, you're no longer scheming and scamming to how you're going to win this football game. It would take an absolute miracle of miracles, even though there's still more than 3 quarters to play. What you're scheming for is to get their offense off the field without giving up a touchdown. That's it. That's all that's in the plans right now. Then when you get the ball back, you're planning for a first down. Then you build off of that, and you try to get going from that. You do not look at this as big picture. How do we get 22 points back without them scoring anymore? This is about the next play or the next series.
Well, and that's the frustration here tonight. 4 possessions, no conversions. Marysville has been stymied on 4 straight possessions without generating but a bit of offense.
Yeah, nary a first down. I mean, it's been absolutely a drought on the offensive end. Now, this is the kind of offense, though, that creates for some big plays that can happen after you've set up that dive play. But that dive play's got to do better than so far. Sloop 7 carries, 15 yards. Two and a third yards a carry. Yeah, 2 1/3 yards a carry is not how you set up things that come off the dive.
All right, Marysville kicker will come on the field first time tonight. Marysville trailing 22-0 after the safety. It's Stephen Lowry, a senior. Late in the first quarter yet.
Yeah, I think so.
The high end over end kick, west to east, taken at the 30, return across the 40, 45, 50, and into Bulldog territory in the far side. Inside the Bulldog 40, 35-yard line. Another great return for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, Thomas McIntyre on that return. As deep as Wamego is, I'm surprised to see a starting running back as a kick returner. But what he did there tells you why.
Yeah, McIntyre's been impressive on those short runs up the middle. He's impressive on this long return. Sets up Wamego possession at the Bulldog 35-yard line. Under 55 seconds to play, first quarter. And it's McIntyre, the lone back, behind Nolan. For the pass over the top, and it's complete. Inside the 25. Should be good for a first down. Should be good for a first down into the hands of Aiden Helfley. So many faces for this Wamego team, and I think we're only going to see more as the night wears on, right?
No, I think that's absolutely true. So that was Helfley, number 12, huh?
That's what I thought I saw.
Okay.
Not going to say I'm familiar with these guys yet by any means. And we're first down from the Bulldog 25-yard line. Give him right at 10. They had to kind of sort that one out. Nolan with a short back pedal, bounced off his own man. Finally finds a receiver far side of the 10 to the 5. Brought down out of bounds near the end zone. He's not in there. They're going to spot him out at about the 2. Allen didn't have a great start on that. Bounced off one of his own men, but he had a great line of sight to man on the far side for a nice reception. Made short work of a short scoring drive, that last one.
I think that was Jace Johnson, a new name yet.
Yeah, let's keep the list going. McIntyre on a dive through the pack. Did he make it? Did he make it? No. Good job defensively for Marysville. They crowded it up the middle, and McIntyre tried to go over. Wound up at the goal line. Stop the clock at 26 seconds. Bulldog defense standing in the end zone on a second and goal inside the 1. Nolan, McIntyre, he got a seam this time and stands it up in the end zone.
And a flag, yeah. Number 25 was that ball carrier, guy by the name of Ian Cruz. Ian Cruz just cost his team 15 yards, and I'm just not sure how that has any place in the game.
That was on his after the score motion in the end zone. I saw that. All right, my bad. Ian Cruz, let's give him credit here.
All right, credit, and let's ask ourselves why you would do that.
High school kids and motions on a Friday night. You don't expect anything like that when you come to Wamego, do you?
Oh, if that was his first ever touchdown, you get somewhat of a pass. But from the time I first ever was handed a football and act like you've been there, and you're already up 28-0. There's no place in that in a high school football game. It's all right though.
All right, Red Raiders extend the score 28-0. Graber's 2 for 3 here tonight. And we'll kick this from a bit further distance. And this one drifts to the near side. So we are shy with 20 seconds left, but the Raiders lead the Bulldogs by a count of 28-0.
If you're in the ag business, you need a financial partner that understands it. We have years of ag business experience, but we make an extra effort to get to know your operation. We make all our loan decisions locally, and even offer on-farm visits to learn your business firsthand. We know ag business, your business. Citizens State Bank, Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
We're just making a living, making things grow.
Save money and get free stuff. Seriously, download the CJ Go app before you fill up next time and earn exclusive deals and rewards. Earn points with every fill up and redeem those points for dollars off your purchase. Download the CJ Go app and use it at all CJ Express locations. Join, shop, and save with CJ Express in Marysville and Frankfort.
Abilene leading Concordia 14-0 there at the end of the first quarter. Clay Center Tigers leading 20-0 versus Chapman. They're also at the end of one. And we've still got 20.1 seconds left as Wamego's extended a 28-0 lead. Ian Cruz, senior, first score here tonight on the 1-yard effort. High end over end, taken at the 20 to the 25, 30, and to the 32-yard line. Decent return for Marysville, Keegan Waters.
We'll see here. Yes, yeah, I thought I saw Grant Hafley heading back to the football field. We'll see how that plays out. There was some sort of lower body issue. He was really trying to work out a kink of some sort on the sideline. He appears to have got it to the point where he can at least come play.
Strongest field position for Marysville. They've had a couple of touchbacks tonight. This at the 37-yard line with all of 16 seconds left in opening quarter action. A little motion from Hafley back in the ball game. And here's Otot.
Otot kept it on the option play there.
Spinning up the middle, gain of 5.
Just his second carry. I'm surprised we haven't seen him handle the football a little bit more.
And they're going to let the clock roll out as we are the last in the league to end the first quarter. In week 2 of the season, it's Wamego 28, Marysville 0.
Make every job easier with one stop at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber. For any project inside or out, if you're a professional or do-it-yourselfer, get the tools you need, including Milwaukee, DeWalt, Stanley, and more. Battery-operated tools offer the convenience and mobility with the power to get the job done quickly every time. Stocked with all the blades, bits, and accessories for your convenience as well. Check out the power tools selection today and get the work started on your schedule with Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber.
Real impressed with this bunch. I mean, other than that goofiness, but they have hit on all cylinders. Yes, sir.
Yes, we got it. Hop in, let's go to Honeyman Ford in Seneca, the best place to be.
Skip the drive. Come see us right here in Marysville, Kansas. At Honeyman Auto Sales and Service, you'll find the same honest sales experience backed by the same reliable service. With the same goals in mind, our Marysville location is sure to provide you with a satisfying vehicle experience. Find us on Facebook or stop in at 1122 Pony Express Highway today.
Have you driven a Honeyman Ford lately?
Second quarter about to start. 2nd down and 6 for the Bulldogs on their 5th possession tonight. Hunted the ball away on 4 previous opportunities. Looking for 4 gains a yard. Slupionic brings it to the 40.
Yeah, a 3rd and manageable here, though. 3 yards will get you a first down. It's just something that I haven't really been able to say yet tonight.
And it's the little things we're looking for to celebrate here, those little steps along the way, and a first down would probably be more of a little step, wouldn't it?
Be huge.
Yeah, I didn't set that up exactly right. That would be a big step for the Bulldog offense here tonight that has sputtered at best. Strictly a ground game. And it's a big handoff to the keeper. Willow Tott's going to gain maybe a yard.
Yeah, he's going to be short, but I think you got to go ahead and go for this one. Otot and Hafley did not mesh up well as a double dive. Fake it to Slupionic, pull it, and then you can either give it or fake it to Hafley. And there was a collision on that mesh, and it just didn't work quite right.
Yeah, 4th and 1. Can you show some confidence in your offensive line? Believe that you can punch it up the middle. And you think about 2 longer returns on the last couple of punts for Wamego.
There's no reason not to run this play right here. Wamego has shown they're going to score from the 42 or the 32. You might as well run a play.
Tony Trimble thinking like you do. On 4th and 1. It's straight up the middle for Willow Todd's
got it.
He got just a little bit of a surge, and boy, then he met the wall.
He got clobbered, though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He needed a yard, got maybe a yard and a half out of it. But a Bulldog first down.
Yeah. That's the first time you can say that. So everything had been to this point had been 3 and out, 4 possessions, 4 punts, a total of 19 yards of offense. Now up to 29, 30 yards of offense.
And that first down comes with 10.5 minutes left in the first half as Marysville trails at Wamego 28-0. Left to right from the near side hash mark. Wides are split. Motion off the near side.
Spicer, the ball carrier. He's got his corner turned.
Going to Spicer across midfield into Raider territory first time tonight. He's knocked out of bounds coming to the 40. Let's call it the Raider 41-yard line. Yeah, Spicer, once he found some room to move. Another big celebration for this Bulldog offense. Couple of first downs on this possession.
Almost more yards on that. Well, definitely now more yards on this drive than all previous drives combined. Spicer 16 alone on that last run into Wamego territory for the first time tonight.
Put the defense back on their heels at least a bit. First down from Raiders 41.
The defensive tackle is meeting Dakota Slupionic at the mesh point.
Yeah, they are, and they knocked him for a 1-yard loss here. He just he didn't even have full possession of that football before he's contained.
The offensive line of Marysville is not getting any surge, and not only are they not getting any surge, they're not even treading water at this point in time. The defensive line from Wamego is controlling what's happening at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I mentioned that defense back on their heels. Apparently not. 2nd and 11. Bulldogs break huddle to the wide of the far side. Slupionic, handoff up the middle to the 40.
He gets his yard back.
That's it. 3rd and 10. The clock in motion, and that's about the only thing we're rooting for tonight is keep the clock rolling where you can. We're at 9:10.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the ultimate outcome of this football game was decided very early on.
Yeah, Wamego on their first possession, 7 plays, 51 yards, 2 minutes, 20 seconds. They were on the board, answered back with a 59-yard drive, 7 plays in a minute 20. And another score, a safety, and 1 more TD since. And here's Otop on a late pitch to the far side. Stutter step move to the 40, 35, out of bounds near the 30-yard line.
I think Blake's going to get close enough here that they're going to go ahead and be able to go for it and have a manageable. So, yeah, give Blake 9 more.
And took a gamble on a 4th and 1 further downfield earlier, facing a 4th and 1 from the Red Raider 32-yard line.
Yeah, this is incredibly manageable.
Bulldogs take their time in the huddle. Play finally coming in off the sideline. 4th and 1. 2nd, 4th down, go ahead. We got a jump on the near side of the line. And they knew it.
Ashton Schaefer fired off before he was supposed to.
He clasps his hands behind his helmet. He knew it.
Yeah.
He knew it. He'd love to have it back. Well, 4th and 1 becomes 4th and 6.
Yeah, and 4th and 1, you can do anything in your offense that you want to. In 4th and 6, you're kind of limited in that you've got to really approach an edge or maybe even try to throw the football. Ota 0 for 2 throwing the football and was extremely pressured the second time that he went back to pass.
Now, I'm going to keep in mind those longer returns on the last couple of punts to Wamego, and perhaps Tony Trimble thinking that sets up a play on 4th and 6. Rolling the top back to pass, escapes a tackle.
Oh, in and out of the hands of Brody Lawrence. Oh, no, Brody had a touchdown, bud.
So close it was, right on the target with a lot of pressure on the junior Willow Todd. He fired it through defenders, if we will. Lawrence on the near side, though, unable to bring it home. So a turnover on downs gives Wamego possession with 8:32 to play. They're at their own, call it their own 37-yard line.
Would you believe it if I told you that's their worst field position of the night?
Yeah, and their field position has gotten progressively better along the way. So see how the defense can handle this. Here's Nolan on the pass far side. Good for 3, 4, 5, 6. Make it 7 yards. On the late scramble, 2B, Red Raiders 45. 7-yard completion. With a lot of scoring here tonight. We're kind of the late ones as far as progress of the game goes. Despite my earlier statement that we'd be the first ones out. Raiders guarding a 28-0 early lead. Shotgun snap to Nolan. To Malone back for an easy first down into Bulldog territory at the 47-yard line.
Tate Warren, a new name yet.
I was going to say, help me out with that one because we've got so many players. Warren is a junior reserve. And it's first down from the Bulldog 48.
8 yards on that carry for Warren.
That is going to be worse than that for Marysville. Into Bulldog territory, clock at 7:40 and counting. Nolan pass near side. There's a flag. Pass is complete, carried to the 42-yard line.
That's Gallagher as it for now, but that's going to all come back.
Looks like a shift for the Red Raiders if we're hearing it. Spot from the 43 and they mark it back. Well, week 2 of the season. Should be an exciting year for the Bulldog fans. Marysville returns home to host Chapman. Homecoming next Friday. It's a 7 o'clock kick at the Landau Family Sports Complex. We, of course, will be there. First and 15 on our first penalty flag of the night.
Against Wamego, yes.
Nolan scrambling to the far side.
We had the...
the incident in the end zone.
Yes.
Yeah, the incident in the end zone. Nolan for 7. Ahead to the Marysville 46. Raiders moving right to left from the far side hash mark with a 28-0 lead. On back behind Nolan. And that back coming to the near side for a first down and then some. Running to 35-30. Across the 20, under pursuit of a 10. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Tate Warren, 46 yards.
Warren, a junior reserve, is the 5th Red Raider to score here tonight. McIntyre twice, Smith, Cruz. Now Tate Warren adding 6 for a 34-0 lead. How many yards to chalk that up for, Kessler?
46.
Biggest touchdown run so far. And Graber, who's missed his last 2, is through the uprights on the PAT, extending the lead 35-0 on Marysville with 7:09 to play first half.
Generations have relied on Kinsley's of Marysville, the Padden Funeral Chapel in Frankfort, Hanover Mortuary, Ward Funeral Homes of Lynn and Washington, and Landreth Axtell Funeral Home. You can continue to rely on the professional experience that they provide and the heartfelt concern that they offer each family that they serve. Caring concern in your family's time of need.
At Galloway Wiegers in Brenniger, we're about building relationships one client and one issue at a time. I'm Jason Brenniger, and I invite you to visit with me for any legal services you might have, including probate, estate planning, and trust administration. Advanced planning has countless advantages to your family, including greater control and disposition of your assets and tax issues that might come up. Call for a no-obligation appointment today. Check us out on our Facebook page or at gwblaw.net.
Abilene leading Concordia 14-0. Play center ahead of Chapman 20-0 into the first quarter. Here we are finally in the second quarter as Wamego's extended the lead on Marysville 35-0. Tate Warren on the touchdown carry, 46 yards. Short possession, a minute 20. They went 63 yards on 4 plays. as Graber adds the third PAT in the contest. Wamego 35, Marysville nothing.
And it's not that close, unfortunately. This is Wamego scoring every time they touch the football. Marysville with 2 first downs in the contest.
And Graber with another kickoff. He's been in the end zone several times tonight. Return from the 7 across the 10, 15 out to the 20-yard line. That return was stopped pretty quickly once the defenders closed in.
Yeah, that's Hafley, and he's back out there, but he doesn't look quite right.
And he took a hard hit there on the stop. We're going to give him credit for, he started 7:21, 14 yards, right?
Mm-hmm.
School math still works if I slow down and think about it. 7:06 on the clock yet in the first half. And Marysville did start to show a little sign of life offensively.
Well, they were able to get
first downs twice.
Yeah, they were able to get Spicer open on the edge there.
What will they make of that success? Putting Otan under center with a spin and a keeper on the far side. He's across the 25.
He pitched it late.
Oh, yes, he did. They are off to the sidelines, and it's across the 40-50 into Red Raider territory. Call it to the 46-yard line. Who's that scamper?
That was Spicer on a late pitch. So that's a 34-yard run there for Blake Spicer, who, as bad as things have been tonight for Marysville, has 59 yards on 3 carries.
Well, someone said early on this season you're going to hear a lot of Blake Spicer this year, and we are starting to see that here tonight. Back in Red Raider territory for a second time tonight.
Yes.
From the 46. Lay up the middle.
This is Slupionic finding some room.
Yeah, Dakota Slupionic, solid 5, maybe 6 yards. Mark it at the 40. 6 on the carry.
Dakota, 11 carries, 23 yards. It's been tough sledding for him.
Boy, you look back, but wouldn't it have been fun to open with this kind of excitement on your first, your second drive?
Yes.
You've dug a deep hole, and that's not the point. But had they had just a little of this early success, maybe at least changes the tempo, if not the score. 2nd and 4, NHS. Motion. Up the middle again. A fight for 2 yards. Third short 3. We've got 6:10 left in the half.
Well, and the beauty of this is that you don't have to worry about, with 3rd and 2.5 here, you don't need 2.5 yards on this play. You've got absolutely 4 down territory here to get this in the next 2 plays. So, frankly, this is a place where you might take a shot.
Bulldogs moving left to right. Well into Red Raider territory, but trailing 35-0. Slupionic close to the first down, got a nice initial surge, then was pushed back to the 36. Boy, right close, wasn't it?
Oh, I mean, he didn't get a real good spot, but he did get the first down.
Yup, after it's all said and done, got the 3+ and a first down to keep the Bulldog drive alive. Well, is this called progress?
Yes, indeed, for sure. Even if you got timeout here,
we'll keep it.
So 5:30 to go in this second period. It's been all Wamego, but Marysville showing a little bit of life on their last 2 offensive possessions. One that kind of got stymied by a false start penalty, turning 4th and 1 into 4th and 6. But this one here, a fresh set of downs at the Wamego 36-yard line. You've found that you can put Spicer on the edge. I see Hafley's back on the sideline. I don't know what that injury is or what it really means, but he was the one a week ago who got those carries at the halfback position. And I don't think Spicer touched the football, but here Blake's had a great night here. 3 carries, averaging almost 20 yards a carry.
Bulldogs facing a first down on the extra effort by Slupionic. They have possession with 5:30 to play. Marysville has not threatened yet scoring-wise tonight. This Pretree is our guest on the halftime show tonight. We're talking to some of the other coaches. It's cross-country this week. I think volleyball next week. We'll catch up with girls tennis and whatever else is left. Among those, we'll try to catch some of the other coaches in other sports. Got a little extra help with Max Blasky at my side this year, so It is the Spring Tree, the cross-country coach, at halftime tonight. They had a great start, won the boys' meet, first meet of the season.
Second man through there, gets the football. Nothing doing.
No, indeed.
That was Spicer.
Blake Spicer is stopped for a yard gain, but then taken a couple of yards back.
I thought that was generous to give him the yard that they did.
I agree. Brings up 2nd and 9, the clock in motion. Down to 5 minutes left of the half.
Now, that's the thing here, is that points, yes, we want points all the time, but keeping Wamego's offense off the field. Another false start.
Yeah, this one's on the left side of the line.
Mm-hmm.
Left side of the line, Bulldog penalty.
We know number 15, tight end on that backside, Rhett Wartenberger.
Going to bring the ball back to the Raiders 39, where it's 2nd down and 14. Player personnel adjustments out there. We've seen a lot of that from both sides, haven't we?
Yep.
And the Bulldogs quickly hurry from a huddle. Otot spinning, comes from under center.
Now they've shut down that option now. Otot didn't even have a chance to pitch that one.
He is down for
Big
loss. Yeah. Pushed back to the 43-yard line. A 4-yard loss will bring up 3rd and a bunch.
Yeah, I talked about
17.
I talked about the tough sledding for Flupionic. Otot in no better shape. 5 carries, 2 yards. 0 for 3 throwing the football and under pressure twice doing that.
Well, I heard last week Otot had some moments.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Otot on a late pitch to the near side, but it's going to be for a short gain. Needed 17.
Weather gets a yard there.
Cameron Wetter on the near side will bring up 4th and long, 4th and 16. Well, penalty or not, you're kind of stuck in a 4th down situation here.
Yeah. So this is probably a good spot to go for it, no matter your distance and no matter your score. You're really in no man's land. If you punt it into the end zone, it's a 21-yard punt. If you go for it here, maybe something can happen and you can get a break.
We'll see. They've taken the gamble the last couple of possessions. Down 35-0. Will Otot hand on his hips out there, looking over at the far sideline.
Coach Trimble waiting to the last second on the play clock to call that timeout. 2:59 here to go.
Yep, rolls under 3 minutes, and we'll keep it here again. Trying something new, and we'll be back on the field next week with Tommy McNeish. He's the media coordinator. There's a new position at Marysville High School, and he's going to team up with Danny Ackerman and the crew from BVTV, and they're going to work on a video stream of the ball game. Kicked it off last week, and the system crashed early on, so apologize for some miscues on that. And Tommy felt really bad. Man, it's early in the year. You're brand new to this.
Yeah, I'll take those bugs because I think that's the direction that this really needs to go for our listener and for those staying at home that want to be involved in Marysville football. I think that's the step we need to take. So I'm willing to go lockstep with them, and we'll work out those kinks as we get there.
Yes, we will, and that'll be next Friday night for a 7 o'clock kickoff. Of course, we're always live on air, online, and on our mobile app, and we appreciate Tim Woodcock, principal down at Marysville, and Aaron Schrader, the superintendent, all of the staff for including us in the broadcast. It's easy to say we'll set something up within the school and kind of leave a local radio station that's been with us for 45, 50 years behind. But we're a partnership on this, and we appreciate that. On air, online, and on screen next week. We're your best, Mr. Frediger.
I probably won't.
Punt formation, a low snap taken just across midfield at the 48-yard line. Outs inside the 5. Couldn't have set that up any better, could we?
That was a nice job. That was a nice punt by Alex and covered well by his Bulldog teammates to force some poor field position finally for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, as far back as they will have started all night from their own 4-yard line with a scant 2:52 remaining in the first half as the Red Raiders lead the Bulldogs 35-0. Got time for a scoring update? I do. McIntyre 6 yards out on their first possession. Smith 4 yards out, their second possession. McIntyre again 4 yards out. Then it was Ian Cruz on a carry from 1 yard out. Tate Warren adds another short touchdown for a 35-0 count. Add a safety and I believe free PAT. There's room to move on the near side across the 10, 20. Stutter step to the 25. Near sideline, out of bounds on the near side. Great run starting deep back in their own territory. All of a sudden have pretty decent field position one play later.
Yeah, that was McIntyre.
Said his name a lot tonight. Thomas McIntyre, a senior, steps out on his next play.
23 yards on that carry.
You were at the 4, you're now at the 27.
75 yards on 11 carries, 2 touchdowns for McIntyre.
And a team that's scoring possessions of under 2 minutes on an average has got 2:44 left in the half.
Here's 10 more.
Yeah.
From a new name yet, I think.
Sorting it out, it's carry out to the 37.
That's Smith for 9.
Just shy of a first down, but he showed a lot of determination. Official timeout on the field. We'll remind you, Kansas Jayhawks are in action tonight. I suppose I could track down a score on that one. Kansas State's on the air tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. pregame show for an 11 a.m. kickoff in Manhattan. All right, gave him the first down after some thought. I don't disagree with the call. Here is going to be a flag. There was a motion. I don't see the flag. I saw the motion. Yeah, it's a procedure call against the Red Raiders. Third penalty on the home team here tonight. All right, the gang thinks we have left. They want scores. Other teams are already at halftime. Here we go. Red Raiders first and 10 from their own 37. Gain of 6 yards ahead to the 43-yard line.
What's that KU score? 27-7 KU.
Strong start for the Jayhawks this season. And a handoff to the lone back. Going to be short of a first down. Got about 2, but needed 4 yards there. Third and short 3. Puts the clock in motion down to 1:35. I looked away. I was supposed to score.
That was McIntyre for 1.
Got a yard, needed 2. 4th and 1. Still in Raider territory near midfield.
Oh, he got it on second effort.
Almost had a stop there. Great job initially. Defensive line stood up that running back, but he was able to scoot around, and he's got the first down. Credit for 2 on the carry to the 47-yard line. Raiders intent on adding scores before intermission. Here's a pass, and it's complete to the Bulldog 40-yard line. Finding Brock Weeks. That should be good for a first down. Clock stopped at 1 minute.
Yeah, 13 yards on that.
In a market at the Bulldog 41. Noel taking a shotgun snap. Scrambles far side, finding Weeks again. He's at the 35-30, crossing the 20. Stutter step move at the 15. There's a flag. Out of bounds at about the 10-yard line, but there was a flag. Brock Weeks, senior, back-to-back receptions. Big if it stands. Doesn't look like it will.
No, where that flag is, you go back from it.
We're down to 48 seconds left in the half in a 35-0 Wamego rout here on their home turf tonight. Their home opener, I believe. Well, they add it all up, move it all back.
Pruitt Nolan is 8 of 8 for 99 yards. That's on top of the dominance that this rushing attack for Wamego has had.
All right, coming to the near side. Here was an effort at a stop at the 25, and then comes near the 20-yard line. Pruitt Nolan brings up 2nd and 5. Red Raiders going to take timeout to leave 29 seconds. They need 21 yards for another score, and they're determined, aren't they?
Well, and you want to get one more. Here's the deal. It's kind of an unwritten rule, and it's followed pretty well. There is no such thing as letting off the gas pedal in the first half. And in fact, it's usually one possession into the third quarter, regardless of the spread on that scoreboard. So 35-0 means nothing. Wamego wants to score again.
Going to panic just a minute. We might have lost our line back to Marysville. Let me try.
Croc Family Insurance is here to help you find the right insurance products to protect what matters most to you. As an independent agency, they represent over 80 companies that allow options for the right products at the right cost. See Brian Croc today for home, auto, commercial coverage, and more. Call or stop by at 1119 Broadway, just west of the courthouse in Marysville. Find them online at crocfamilyinsurance.com. For complete coverage and a competitive quote, reach out to Croc Family Insurance in Marysville.
I was afraid you lost us or we lost you. Here's a fight by the Wamego Red Raiders to earn a first down, stopping the clock with just under 18 seconds left in the half. They lead Marysville 35-0, but will not stand to take that to the locker room. Nolan and company. Nolan rolling back, coming to the near side, scrambles to the 10, to the 5, to the corner of the end zone.
Marked him short.
Yeah, they call him there at the 1-yard line. We had one of these earlier. It's right there at the goal line. That's going to leave 3 seconds on the clock for a first and goal. Nolan had a lot of room to move.
He did, and he found a nice seam to run it into. I thought he got across. Obviously, our angle is way worse than the officials there, but it's inside the 1. Nolan will take that one over the top. Touchdown.
And straight up the middle for Nolan's first score this evening. A touchdown at the end of the first half would make it 41-0 with the extra point to be decided. And they'll just put that score at 0-0-0. It is. We're going to be quick on our feet. 4, 5, 6. 6 players have scored for this Wamego team. Nolan, who carried from short, Kraber adds the PAT. Good. End of the first half, Wamego 41, Marysville 0.
School is back in session. Kick off the school year with an A+ on your internet connection by signing up for Blue Valley Internet. New customers get $100 off. Existing customers that boost their speed get a $50 bill credit. Set your family up for success this school year with the internet from Blue Valley Technologies. Find more details at bluevalley.net/promo.
Joined now on our halftime coaches interview by Derek Petrie, head coach of the Marysville Bulldogs cross-country boys and girls team. Coach, you've already had one meet so far this year, and that was last Saturday in Marysville. So how did that turn out for both the teams?
Everybody ran pretty well. Our boys ended up winning the team competition there, and by 1 point against a pretty tough Nemaha Central team. And then Silas Miller continued to run well, and he was the overall number 1 placer that meet.
Who is all kind of on the team and leading that charge this year from the boys' standpoint anyway?
From the boys' standpoint, we've got several returning from our state qualifying team last year. We've got Silas Miller, of course, and then his brother Nathaniel. We got Brenner Pilsel, Asher Wassum, Gable Fredrickson, and Mason Rader. They're all returning state qualifiers from last year's team. And we've got several guys that are going to compete for some varsity spots this year. Different guys that have run varsity over the years. Andrew Deaver is a senior. Nick Freeze is a junior. Taven Wilson's a junior. And then Titus Wassum as well is a senior.
On the girls' side, too, as well, what do your numbers look like heading into this year, too?
So the girls' side, we had quite a bit of turnover. We had 6 girls out last year, and 5 of them were seniors, and then the one that was out decided to go out for a different sport this fall. So we've got 5 brand new faces. We had 2 of them come up from the junior high. They're freshmen in Sarah Miller and Ashlyn Fredericks. And then we had 3 junior girls decide to come out and try it this year. Dahlia Fry, Alexis Flower, and Lacey Hartman. And they're all running well, practicing hard, and just working to get their times down. So it's been fun to have some new faces, and it'll be fun to see what their times do as the year goes on.
Kind of a broad picture here, but you bring back a decent amount of experience on that boys' side. What are your goals, or maybe their goals, for both the boys and girls heading into this season?
For the boys, I would say, we haven't ever won league as a boys team. We haven't ever won a regional as a boys team, and we've never placed in the top 3 in the state team. So those are all goals of ours this year. So that's the motivation with this bunch, especially as experienced as they are. They're hungry to try and make some school history, and that's what we're striving to do this year. Girls' side, with everybody being new, we're focusing mainly on, just continuing to improve our times, continuing to improve each time out.
As you look into this meet coming up on Saturday, what are you wanting the kids to take away from their first meet last week and take into week 2?
Well, something we've talked about is just, our home meet. We have a few schools that are our size and a lot of smaller schools that come. And it's not just the amount of people running at one time isn't as much as what we'll run in some of these bigger races. Wamego is a state-level course. That's where we'll be this Saturday. And it's a different feel when you've got 100 kids around you as opposed to 50. Getting out to a good start, and then also, improving our times. What we ran last Saturday at Marysville, we won't win this Wamego meet running the times we did. Continuing to understand that we can't be complacent. We can't be just, rest on what we've done the week before. And we're not really surprising people this year. People know that we should have a pretty solid team, so we need to come out and show that from the jump and get off to a good start.
I would like to thank Derek Petrie of the Marysville Cross Country Boys and Girls team for joining me on today's Halftime Coaches interview here on KNDY. Stay tuned throughout the year as we will be highlighting tennis, golf, volleyball, and, of course, cross country throughout the rest of the school season.
Have you ever wondered what sets Sunflower Community Credit Union apart from the rest? It's the power of ownership. When you join Sunflower Community Credit Union, you're not just a customer. You're a member and an owner. Sunflower Community Credit Union is a member-owned, nonprofit financial institution that places our members' needs as our top priority. We're here to help you grow your savings, manage your finances, and achieve your dreams. Visit Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville, where ownership matters.
Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance, providing high-quality coverage and service, all at a competitive premium cost. Since 1888, Bremen Farmers Mutual has offered homeowner, farm owner, business owner, fire, and inland marine coverage. Dependable and affordable. See your local agent representing Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance. Learn more about the various insurance products offered by going online at bfmic.com.
I know it takes good hands to place the winning kick. This is Jack Bloomer, holder of the Big 12 champion Kansas State Wildcats. Inline Construction of Marysville specializes in concrete, commercial, and residential construction. Call them today at 785-562-5525 to plan and execute your building project. When you hire Inline, rest assured you'll be in good hands from start to finish.
With new and expanding inventory and great selection, Crown Over Auto Sales in Marysville is here to serve you. Backed by the service and handshake deal you trust, Crown Over has what you're looking for. But if they don't, talk to Andrew or Ethan about special ordering your next ride. Check out everything on their lot, located across from Valley Vet, East Highway 36 in Marysville, or check them out online at crownoverautosales.com. Friendly service and honest work. That's Crown Over Auto Sales in Marysville.
Bruce Dierking, Jason Brenniger back. Wamego leading Marysville 42-0 at the half. Around the North Central Kansas League, Abilene leads Concordia 28-7 at the half. Clay Center shutting out Chapman 34-0 at the half. In the Twin Valley League, in our broadcast feature, Frankfort leading Washington County late in the first half. They may be to halftime now. 28-0 was the score. Valley Heights leading Omega 40-0. El Saline on top of Hanover 12-8 at the half. And the Kansas Jayhawks lead Illinois 28-7 at the half. That game not on FM 95.5 tonight. We normally do, but our Friday feature game is Frankfort hosting Washington County. Of course, we'll have final scores on all of those and game recaps on the Farm Bureau Insurance Scoreboard Show. Twice each hour game nights and a service of Bryce Leonard in Washington and Patrick Beauty in Marysville. Welcome back to the Farm Bureau Insurance Scoreboard Show. Scores twice during our 7 a.m. news block on Saturday as well. And we've got Kansas State Wildcat pregame at 9 a.m. here on AM 1570 FM 94.1. Wamego scored early and scored often. 6 first-half touchdowns and a safety. It's a 42-0 Wamego rout. They're on the board with 7:41 to play in the opening quarter. 51 yards on 7 plays, just over 2 minutes on the scoring drive for McIntyre. First of 2 touchdowns he would score in the first half. McIntyre with the score. Graber adds the PAT for a 7-0 down. Smith on a 4-yard carry on their second possession. This with 4:32 to play. Graber adds a PAT for a 14-0 count. McIntyre on his second score from 4 yards out. Adds a block PAT for a 20-0 lead. Then a safety on a punt puts him up 22-0. Ian Cruz scores before the end of the first quarter. 1 yard out at 6. PAT missed. They had a penalty on the touchdown. 28-0 Wamego. Tate Warren scores 46 yards out. 7:09 to play in the half. Graber missing the PAT for a 35-0 count. And the quarterback, Mr. Nolan. Nolan scores from 1 yard out. Almost had it before that. They scored with no time left on the clock. Graber adds a PAT for a 42-0 count.
Are you done yet?
It has been all Wamego, hasn't it?
It has been, and unfortunately, that is not what Marysville had in mind. I don't think that anybody really close to the program thought that there was a chance besides this very small one that Marysville could win this football game. I also don't think anybody close to the program would have predicted 42-0 at the half. From a statistical perspective, it plays out just like that scoreboard tells you. 36 offensive plays for Wamego, 337 total yards, 9.36 yards per play. 104 yards in the air. Pruitt Nolan is 9 of 9 for 104 yards to 6 different receivers. We won't run that down, but 233 yards on the ground on 27 carries. McIntyre leading the way with 78 yards. Smith has 6 carries for 51 yards. Nolan, 5 carries for 49 yards, and then Warren just 2 carries for 54 yards. So not only do they spread it around in the air, they spread it around on the ground, and it's very, very tough to defend. Marysville, on the other hand, 3.46 yards per carry. That's 97 yards on 28 rush plays, 0 for 3 passing the football. Blake Spicer's had a nice night. He's got 4 carries for 60 yards, tough sledding the rest of the way. Dakota Slupionic, 13 carries, 28 yards. Willow Todd, 5 carries, 2 yards. Grant Hafley yet to touch the football. Cameron Wetter, 3 carries, 7 yards. So nothing in the air for Marysville, very little on the ground. Marysville will have to kick it away to Wamego to start this second half. So if the kind of the golden unwritten rule holds true, you'll see Wamego starters one more possession. It's also possible some of them are done for the night.
And we've seen a lot of faces out there along the way. Here's how sad it's been. Marysville punted away the first 4 times they had the football. Didn't get the first down conversion until the second quarter. It's 42-0 Red Raiders on their home field, leading the Bulldogs of Marysville live on KNDY.
Farmers, they're the lifeblood of America. The men and women who tackle the toughest jobs to put clothes on our backs and food on our tables. They might do it quietly, but their genuine values and tireless work ethic are an inspiration to us all. Some might say farming is a thankless occupation, so that's why we're taking the time to say thanks. Farm Bureau Financial Services, protecting what matters most.
Patrick Booty in Marysville is your local agent with Marshall County, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Farm Bureau Financial Services.
United Bank & Trust has been fulfilling the banking needs of families and businesses in Northeast Kansas for decades. United Bank & Trust is always advancing, and now they'd like to offer a free mobile deposit feature within the mobile banking app. Endorse, click, and submit your check image for deposit. It's a mobile fast world out there, and so is United Bank & Trust, the bank of your future. Visit our website at ubankonline.com or your local branch for more information. United Bank & Trust, banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And Bulldog football, a service of our KNDY Sports Booster Club members. We welcome back many, many long-time sponsors of our live broadcast of home and away Marysville High football and boys and girls basketball games. Seems like all of a sudden the summer faded. Fall sets in. We're in the middle of September, week 2 of the football season.
It happens in a hurry.
It does. A busy weekend. Chiefs on the short side last night. Got college action tonight, tomorrow. High school football under the Friday night lights all across the Sunflower State. And again, a reminder, a school board show, game nights twice each hour on KNDY. Central Kansas Lake Twin Valley League updates.
No, I didn't tell you. I promised my junior high boys who lied to me and said they're my favorite guy to listen to on the radio. I told them in exchange for that, I promised to give the shout out to them here at this broadcast tonight. They did have a heck of a night last night. Swept Fort Riley probably by a combined score of 100-12 last night. So they had a lot of fun doing that.
And that do make it fun, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Do make it fun. Kind of on the other side of the pendulum.
Other side of this, for sure, yes.
As Wamego leads Marysville 42-0, the Bulldogs will kick off defending the west goal. Wamego defending the east goal will receive. On a great September evening. Not a breeze out here. We were in the 80s at kickoff. Deep kick mishandled at the goal line, bobbled in the end zone, and then he's going to try a return across the 5, 10, 15, across the 20, up to the 25-yard line. For all of the effort to corral that football, a Red Raider with a 25-yard return.
And Stephen Lowry with the big leg to put it after the goal line, and then the one who makes the tackle there at the 25-yard line. Good hustle by him.
First down Raiders at their own 25, leading Marysville by a 42-0 count. 6 touchdown scores, EATs on half of those, and a safety in that first half. Pruitt Nolan, senior at quarterback. Saw a freshman.
Scratch that. That is absolutely Logan Fulton, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. That was the freshman I referred to. Logan Fulton was taking some snaps, and he'll get the second half start with a 5-yard keeper up the middle to the 30-yard line. That's the way you like to see a freshman reserve step into the game.
Well, and you look at their roster, and by the fact that he's their second guy in here, I think he's the future at quarterback. I think that they're expecting him to be a 3-year starter here.
Still rough. Count each team with 5 or 6 seniors on the roster. A lot of new faces in here. One head to the far side looks to be Andrew Couchman Jr., and he's got room to move. Across the 40, 50, Bulldog territory. Across the 40, far sideline to the 37-yard line.
Was that 17? Is that who you got?
Well, I called it Couchman 11, but, yeah, it's 17 stand up or 11. I don't know which way to call it.
I don't know. I'm going to...
At this point, does it really matter? I don't want to say it doesn't matter. For these kids, it's very important. But hard to keep track of the revolving.
Absolutely, and that's part. I mean, there's a lot of things to like about how Wamego has really put it to Marysville from a Wamego perspective, and the volume of people who can touch the football is absolutely high on the list.
Load, reload, and reload again. All right, here's the quarterback, the freshman quarterback on his second carry. This is Logan Fulton, an impressive run, nearing first down.
And so what I'll remind you of is that Wamego, at least at the skill spots, has put in their twos. Marysville is running out there with still number ones pretty well everywhere, and they're gashing this defense.
And as a confirmation, it was 17. It was Drew Erickson. He's out there at that back position.
Yeah. Listed as a wide receiver on the roster, but nice run there.
It is 2nd and 1. Ball back behind the freshman who takes a shotgun snap, fires a pass off the fingertips of a receiver on the far side.
I think that was number 21, Josh Flanagan Jr., but I could be wrong. I am wrong because I've seen Flanagan on the sideline. He's a lot bigger. That's 23, yep. Jace Johnson.
I'd agree. Jace Johnson is a junior. Well, we're going to get all the names on the roster. It's a full page here tonight at this rate.
There is a lot of subs in for Marysville. Alex Shale playing some defense. I see Rhett Wartenberger out there.
3rd and 1 on the incomplete pass. We're just underway second half. Helmet high snap. Here's the freshman for a first down. Across the 25-20. Far side to the 15-10 to the 5. Out of bounds inside the 5-yard line is Logan Fulton. He got the second half start. How come he didn't get the start tonight in this race?
Right.
He has been impressive. Fulton on the ground, adding him up. It is 1st and goal from the Marysville 4-yard line. So you're saying we don't have a full starting defense out there?
No, there's some new names, but there's Spicer, there's Slupionic, there's still quite a few starters in the football game.
Well, I take a little heart in that. Play is called timeout before the snap of the football. We'll take it at 10:27, right? 42-0 Wamego, leading Marysville here tonight.
Freeze CPA in Marysville has built a heritage of trust and reliability with your accounting, tax, and business advisory needs through the years. Certified public accountant Marcus Freeze, with over 25 years of experience, and his staff continue that tradition of outstanding service to you, the customer, each and every day. Freeze CPA, downtown Marysville.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance as you. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind you have you covered. Please come see the girls on Broadway at Alliance Insurance, 785-562-2393.
Raiders 1st and goal from the 4. Up the middle for the score. Count it. Let go of that fella so we can see his number, Porter Smith, into the end zone. Am I right?
Well, he counted a different name.
Yeah, he did. I thought it was number 6, but
there it is.
There they go.
There we go.
And for once I was wrong, they were wrong, I was right. Porter Smith carries a second touchdown score. This is a 4-yard effort to open the second half. Graber still out there kicking. Yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm.
He is through the uprights. Adding 7 to score in just a scant, minute and 38 seconds. Wamego 49, Marysville nothing.
At Reflections, you will find a treasure trove of items and gifts backed by a friendly and knowledgeable staff. Shop your Hallmark Gold Crown store for the biggest selection in greeting cards, Christmas ornaments, gift wrap, home decor, and gift ideas for all your celebration and personal needs. In addition, Reflections offers custom framing services and specialized Black Squirrel products, along with your favorite K-State and KU fan gear. Shop Reflections in downtown Marysville today.
There is a difference. Oh, what a difference.
When it comes to financing your operation, you want to deal with someone who knows agriculture. Our loan officers are experienced in ag lending. Get your ag loans here. First Commerce Bank. Experience the difference. Member FDIC.
Every driver is different. So is every car insurance policy. At Blue Valley Insurance, we get it. That's why we offer an array of options, from affordable coverage options to extra services and money-saving discounts. We're here to help you build the best car insurance policy for your needs. What's more, the right car insurance coverage can help protect you and your loved ones in the event of a car accident, theft, or other covered loss. See us at Blue Valley Insurance in Lynn, Greenleaf, Hanover, and Marysville.
That's a pretty good return to Hafley.
Grant Hafley with yes, indeed. A nice return, 25 yards out to the Marysville 35-yard line. Bruce Dierking, Jason Brenniger back as Wamego strikes early in the second half, led by freshman quarterback Logan Fulton. Porter Smith carries for a second time into the end zone tonight. This one 4 yards out. Graber adds another PAT, his fourth tonight. It's Wamego 49, Marysville nothing. As the Bulldogs take it first and 10, and a pitch for a loss of 5.
Yeah, Spicer on the carry there, nowhere to go.
You know, I wanted to talk about that last drive, a minute 38, 75 yards downfield. Look at these times on the scoring. 2:20 on their first score, minute 20. Didn't track all of them. Here's a minute 20. Here's a minute 38.
Oh, yeah, and then even the 96-yard drive, it was 2.5 minutes right before halftime there. So, I mean, it's just it's fast-paced football, and they do it very, very well.
Loss of 5 brings up second and 15. Here's Otot spun around. Might have got a yard out of it.
We'll give him a yard.
We're just almost speechless, though, aren't we?
Well,
at this point in the game, you just reach for something to say, and you want to find the positives, but they've been so scant and so scattered here tonight that it's just growing. It's growing frustrating, I know, for a lot of people. Bulldog fans, the football players, the coaches hope for a stronger performance here tonight. But, we're just 9 minutes left in the third quarter, and this is a blowout.
Well, and there's nothing really you can take away from this. Things unraveled very, very quickly, and Wamego plays a style of football that with Marysville's numbers they just can't possibly keep up with.
Otot comes under center on 3rd and 14. Otot still with the football.
What a great move.
He's across the 35, stutter step to 40 to the 45 for a first down. That was a nice move, something positive for Will Otot and company.
He put that ball in the air. You know, Will is a basketball player, sophomore starter on that state runner-up team, and that was kind of a basketball move, a head fake with that football in his hand, made the defender think he was going to throw it, froze him, and then went right on around him.
So just as I was lamenting, here comes a bright spot for the Bulldogs to the Marysville 45-yard line.
Well, and that's what you have to do here. Wamego's left their number ones in on defense, and that's pretty typical. The defense usually stays out there with their ones longer. But Marysville couldn't stop the Wamego twos on offense, and they just barreled right down the field anyway.
MHS right to left off the near side hash mark. Here's motion by Nate Shoddy. And going to be down for a short loss. Going to that far side.
Nate, just a freshman. Nate, you know, I don't know about everyone else's speed, but Nate is very, very fast. Might be one of the 3-4 fastest guys on this football field, straightaway speed.
All night, Wamego defense has read the Marysville play as well. Loss of 2.
Well, you can read the Marysville plays well. It is not designed really for you to not wonder where it's going. It's designed for the Marysville offensive lineman to beat you to the spot and to move you off your spot just enough to get the success they need.
Bulldogs work a little quicker. Here's Spicer in motion. Here's a pitch. Lost it.
That's a fumble out.
Yeah, in the backfield. It pops loose. That's the first turnover here tonight.
Now, Nate Shoddy was the pitch man there. Ball was a little bit under-pitched. Couldn't get his hands around it, bring it in. Fell to the carpet. Wamego was right there to scoop it up.
And we'll spot this rascal at the Marysville 37-yard line. Red Raiders' second possession, second half, with 7:52 remaining. Leading the Bulldogs 49-0. Scoring every possession so far tonight. It's a shotgun snap to the freshman Fulton up the middle to the 30-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the carry. A nice spot.
And Logan Fulton, even though he's a freshman, that is not a freshman-sized kid. It's a pretty good-sized fella, probably 6 foot tall, 170 pounds or so.
Yeah, I wish they'd put their size on the rosters. It's the best judgment we can make from a place far away. 2nd and 2, Fulton and company. Got a sweep to the near side. And extra effort by Drew Erickson out of bounds at 25 would give him a first down on a 4-yard scamper.
One thing that you really feel good about from a Marysville football perspective is even though this game is way out of reach, we got the coaches right here in the next booth to us. They are still coaching their tails off.
Well, it's a learning experience. Early in the season, you want to focus on the fundamentals and take every lesson learned into practice in next week's game. Here's a stand-up effort on, was it Thomas McIntyre? Going to be a loss of about a yard. Again, we've got so many faces in and out. I don't want to promise you anything because McIntyre sure looked more effective in the first half.
I thought that might have been Erickson.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I'm not sure that McIntyre even has a helmet in the area.
Yeah. All right, 2nd and 11 then. Shotgun snap to Fulton as he looks for room on the left side. He is brought down for a loss. Near the 30-yard line. That was good effort. Had a couple of Bulldogs in there to make that happen.
Now, found McIntyre on the sideline. He does indeed have a helmet, but it is in his hands. Same with Pruitt Nolan.
See, I called his name so often in the first half. It was just kind of instinct through as a running back, but had a whole different style for sure. Back-to-back loss of yards brings up 3rd and 14. That quick break from the huddle. Got those yards back inside the 25 on this 5-yard pickup. 4th and 9 for the Raiders. There's a little different scenario for them.
Yep, they're going to try a field goal here. Be a 40-yarder. This is one of those things where, Wamego still has things to work on, too, and they want to know if Gallagher's got... I think that's Gallagher kicking this long one, isn't it? Number 30 or no? No, he's the holder, excuse me.
Yeah, I go with Ron Graber's been the PAT guy, so I would assume I got a straight profile on the side. Yeah, it's
going to fall short.
Graber on an effort at a 34-yard field goal. I've lost my words.
That's all right. That'll turn it over on downs.
5:33 left, 3rd quarter, and it's still 49-0. Well, they didn't score on a possession.
For the very first time in the football game.
We're making notes on really strange things tonight. Marysville gets a first down conversion early in the 2nd quarter, and middle of the 4th quarter, Wamego turns the ball over. All right, what will the Marysville offense do here from the 20-yard line? First down Bulldogs. Scoreless here tonight. They've been in Raider territory, 2 or 3 times?
Two times, yep.
2. So, guys, that's what you're shooting for. Tot under center is the quarterback. Up the middle, the ball carries.
So it's still Spicer at that right halfback, still a number one offense. So just giving Nate Shoddy a shot here at that left halfback position. And again, from a pure speed perspective, he's got to be top 10 on this entire football field, both teams included, in terms of his just breakaway speed.
That was a 4-yard effort, brings up 2nd and 6. Twin wides are split. Goes motion from Shoddy. Going to be a short gain to the 25-yard line, get a yard, and it's 3rd and 5. Clock rolling, 4.5 to play, 3rd quarter. Marysville down 49-0. Their first road trip of the season tonight. Each game winless last week. Marysville falls to Abilene. Wamego to Clay Center. Abilene and Clay Center are leading tonight. Abilene with Concordia, Clay Center with Chapman. And on third down, Bulldogs their own 25-yard line. Win backside formation, Otat under center to the second back through for a first down and then some.
Good job by Spicer. Good run.
Shoots across the 30 to 35 out to the 36-yard line. 11-yard pickup. First down, Marysville. Well, if you can give your defense a little bit of a breather, that's got to help too. Been on the field an awful long time here tonight. I guess that said, they've been short drives time-wise.
Yeah, but that pace is so frantic.
Yeah.
And offense
doesn't matter if they're short drives when there's a whole lot of them.
Yep.
First down at the 36. Here we go, up the middle.
That looked like Nate Shoddy.
5.
Yeah, I put Nate Shoddy in the score sheet there with a 5-yard burst. I was just going to say that playing defense is so much more exhausting than playing offense, because on offense, you are told where to go, and you know the route to get there. On defense, you have to react, and there's more cutting and movement that you have to make. It is much more difficult. That's why we look at offensive lines in the NFL. They play the whole game. Defensive lines rotate about 6 or 7 guys through for that very reason.
All right, we were sorting things out, and then we took timeout, stopping the clock with 3:22 remaining. It's Wamego 49, Marysville nothing.
For reliable trash pickup and roll-off service, call on Temps Disposal. Containers sized to meet your needs for residential, commercial, and construction jobs. Always prompt and professional, Temps Disposal serves Marshall, Washington, and Gage counties. Let them go to work for you. If it's their weekly collection schedule or one-time pickups for construction, moving, or cleanup, Temps Disposal in Marysville is a phone call away at 785-562-5360.
Well, I think we had a flag on the field. There was a little bit of a conference between the officials, and then they took the timeout here with 3:22 to play, third quarter action as Marysville trails at Wamego 49-0. Sounds like a holding call against the Bulldogs. Scattered, 4 or 5 Marysville penalties tonight? First and 14. Up middle running again for the Bulldogs. Strictly a ground attack from Marysville tonight.
Yeah, not a single yard in the air. Otat 0 for 3 throwing the football.
To the 35, brings up second and 11. Bulldogs to the huddle. MHS football. First possession, second half. I take that back. We fumbled the ball, didn't we? All right, a carry to the 39-yard line, 3-yard pickup. It's 3rd and 8. Bulldog football, a service of our KNDY Sports Booster Club members. Here at last come a couple of players with the play off the sideline.
Well, Wamego with great facilities here, but I don't see a play clock.
I think you're right. 3rd and 8. Otat turning to the first back through.
Sloop who's going to get the first down.
And into Raider territory at that. Not quite. Didn't get a great spot. He went across midfield. They're going to mark it at 49 of MHS.
Wow, I didn't see him go down there, but okay.
No, I'd have given him 49 on the other side of the stripe, but
either way, 1st and 10.
Yep, first down. Bulldogs wearing some time off the clock here. We're down to 1:45. Take it to the 4th quarter. That's one of those baby steps.
Yeah, yes.
Take a possession of the 4th quarter. First down, just in Bulldog territory. And up the middle for, good 5 or 6 yards. Slupionic on the carry. Calling 6 on that.
What we're seeing now is a lot of Wamego reserves. in on the defensive side. Marysville has not made their change yet, so you should start to see these bigger, stronger Marysville players move these younger Wamego players around a bit.
2nd down and 4 in Raider territory at 46. Motion coming right to left. That was a tough snap.
Yeah, he fumbled the snap and screwed up all the timing of everything. And
settle for about a 2-yard, 3-yard loss.
Yeah.
3rd and 7 brings the ball back to the Raider 49. Sputtering a little bit here at midfield. But still bringing that clock under 30 seconds.
Now, this should be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
49-0 count. Raider football on their home field. Dominating first half. Single score for the Raiders in the second half.
Boom. Blew it out.
And a loss. Spicer wrapped up. Back to the Marysville 47.
Didn't fool anybody.
That's the end of 3. We're going to mark it at the Bulldogs 47. Swap sides on this field one more time as Wamego leads Marysville 49-0.
Napa know-how.
Locally owned, locally operated, your Napa Parts store in Marysville offers Napa Parts and accessories, plus the tools, equipment, and supplies you need to get every job done right the first time. The right tools at the right price, plus Napa know-how. From your locally owned and locally operated Napa Parts store in Marysville, Enan's Automotive.
Napa know-how.
Feeling stuck in a state of compensation stagnation? You know, another year, no raise? Then let State Farm agent John Bannister help you get to a better state with a discount double check that can stretch your hard-earned dollars a little further. Discounts that could add up to 40% and put a few $100 extra in your pocket. Discounts vary from state to state. See John Bannister, State Farm agent, 1022 Broadway, Marysville.
All right, trying to get all the score updates where I'm supposed to. We share the league scores here. We're going to call it 49-0. End 3. All right, that's where we stand. At the half, Clay Center leads Chapman 34-0. At the half, Abilene leads Concordia 28-7. Pick me up here, man. I was doing all my fancy texting. At my tender age, I'm not a texter by instinct.
Well, I'm busted because I was doing non-fancy texting.
That's sad because we had a big pickup here as they got to work early on in this 4th quarter.
Well, Marysville punted it away.
Oh, it was a punt, okay.
Yeah, a good punt by Alex Shale, but a punt nonetheless, so it's going to be 1st and 10 Wamego at their own 20-yard line.
And that's where the mostly reserves for this Wamego team will start, including the freshman quarterback. And this is Logan Fulton getting the play underway with a handoff and very nearly a first down. And we just kind of do our best after they untangle and see who might have carried.
It's been a complete uncertainty when the game was not in doubt. Now that the game is in doubt, the uncertainty continues because of the way they move the ball around. But with about 9 different kids that could be potentially who's touching that football. I mean, again, look, I'll be the first to tell you that I don't like Wamego because they're rivals, right? And I don't really have a lot that I want to say good about a rival, but at the same time, this has been really impressive.
Yeah, no doubt. And that's a little bit scary when you look at the likes of Clay Center, who beat them double digits last week.
That's actually, Tommy's right next door to us here, and he actually put that on his phone, and he said, Clay Center must be really good. And he held it up to me, and they have to be. Because look, there's so much discipline required to play defense against this Wamego team because you have to guard about 4 different possibilities every single play.
Had a Marysville Bulldog who was down for a moment on the far side and kind of the shadows over there. Didn't catch a number, but he came off the field on his own.
I think it was Will. Maybe not.
Yeah,
Will's over there.
Then
Brody Lawrence is over there kind of wiggling around. Yeah, Brody just went to the ground. It looks like a cramp situation. He's going to get stretched out by a teammate.
2nd and 1. Fulton, the freshman quarterback, coming to the near side with a connection on the pass to the 35-40 out to the 45-yard line. That was sweet.
Jacob DeRoche. Or DeRoche.
Yeah, good DeRoche. Sophomore. First time we've called his name tonight. Fulton to DeRoche, freshman to sophomore. Big pickup.
Fulton on that rollout on his weak side. He's a right-handed quarterback, rolling out to his left, put it right on the numbers there, and a good catch. Oh, miscommunication. Ball on the ground. Marysville might have it.
Couple of white jerseys in there on top of the pack.
I think Wamego's
out.
Yeah, it looks
Doesn't
like
matter who's on top of the pack, right?
That's right. Marysville did get it. So a rare miscue by Wamego is going to result in a turnover. Marysville's going to have it 1st and 10 at the Wamego 41. Now, this might be where you're going to see twos on the Marysville offense in the football game.
A little more for us to track down, right?
Keegan Waters is going to be your quarterback. You never like getting beat 49-0, but this is one of the benefits of it. You can get the Knicks guys up under the Friday night lights.
Waters is sophomore, 5'9", 145, and it'll be first down. Bulldogs on the turnover at the Raider 41-yard line. Third time in Raider territory tonight.
Ball starts. Yes, sir.
Angel Rivera with the handoff, and there was a flag on the far side. Come back on Marysville. Take it back to the 46, 1st and 15. With 8:50 left in the ball game, Wamego led 42-0 at the half. They're up 49-0. Single score, though, in the second half.
Yep.
With a lot of new faces in for both teams. Twin wides are split. That really hasn't been a factor tonight. Waters, number 2 QB, under center. And here is Rivera.
Yeah, Rivera with a 4-yard gain, 3.5 yards. He fired through, kind of lost his balance. Could have had some more there.
He almost picked up what they lost on the penalty. Not quite. 2nd and 12. Bulldogs are back at home. It's homecoming. Show your support next week. United Bank and Trust tailgate party begins at 5. We'll be there with live reports and a live coaches show. We'll see what Tony Trimble has to say as the Chapman Irish come to town. I expect a pretty good matchup.
Should be a much better matchup to anticipate there. Two teams pretty well similar in size, similar in what they like to do, too. Waters with a nice run. Good cut up on the
to Rivera's
option.
Give Waters 5.
Cut up, found his seam real nice. 3rd and 7 upcoming here for the Bulldogs at the 38 of Wamego. It's probably the second deepest they've been all night. This one benefit of a turnover.
Turnover each way here tonight. 3rd down and 7 at the Raider 38. Bulldogs showing a new enthusiasm out there. And a fake to Rivera, and it's a late pitch far side.
Shot him, but broke a man. He should have. No, you're going to be short. He had it, and then he just kind of got swallowed up there. So 4th and 1.
Got about 5 yards on the pickup to the Raider 32.
Oh, boy.
Not even a yard shy, though. That's a pretty decent spot, but just not quite enough.
Not quite enough, and I was just laughing at the officials. They're trying to get that super exact mark because it's short. And then they fling the football around, and he drops it.
4th, less than a yard for the Bulldog reserves. Middle of the 4th quarter here on the road.
There's a first down by Waters and a lot more.
Yeah,
he just took that quarterback sneak and surged right up there. Nice showing. Again, it's the twos. That's fine. You're right. These are going to be the same matchups on Monday night of these kids on the field right now. But you got to like what you see from the Marysville number 2s here.
5 yards on the super spot to the Raider 26. Points on the board. Now we set our sights even higher.
Oh, absolutely. Now that you're down around the 26-yard line and you feel like that you've got some momentum, you've got an offensive line that's getting some penetration against this particular defensive front.
Wamego number 2 is trying to see where this is going. First down, Bulldogs. Shotty goes in motion. Rivera, left side, bouncing once, bouncing twice for about a 4-yard effort.
Yep, that's what I want to see there. This whole offense is built around that dive play right there. It's not designed to be the play that beats you. It's designed to be the play that you must defend so that the other plays will beat you. And if a team doesn't respect it, then it won't work. And that's what happened with Wamego earlier in the game. They weren't letting Dakota Slupianic get but a yard or two. When Angel Rivera here gets 3, 4, 5 yards, it opens up everything that comes off of that.
Rivera, 190 pounds, and a junior. 2nd and 6.
Oh.
Pitch got away. A loose ball.
Cameron Weather on that carry there, and he took quite a shot.
They popped it loose from him. Cameron Wetter is a sophomore. Got a yard out of it after the dust settled. 3rd and 5. Still with 4:50 remaining. Bulldogs trying to make some noise here late in the game. Take off a 42-0 first half. It's 7-0 Wamego. Shotty coming in motion. Center step move on the left side. At the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Nate Shotty's got to learn to trust himself, that the angle that he has and the speed that he has, he can get that corner turned even though that guy seems right in his face. When you slow down or you try to make that move inside, you've done exactly what he needs you to do to make the play. Just got to go to the corner there.
Shotty, the freshman, for no gain. It's 4th and 5. Well, decision time. Gut check with 4:10 left. Timeout on the field. Bulldogs trailing Wamego, game 2 of this young season tonight.
When you rollers send for Schroller.
For complete body repair, see Jeff at Schroller Collision Center. A family business for several generations, let Jeff and his quality crew help you with your auto needs. Schroller Collision Center, 701 Carolina, 562-3546.
Into the 3rd.
All righty, here we go with some finals in, and we've still got 4 minutes left in the ball game. Kansas 34-13. Frankfort defeats Washington County in our Friday feature game. Homecoming win for Frankfort 54-6. Slasky had the call there. Nothing new out of the league, but I think they ought to be getting close to done, right?
Sure should be.
Find the scores, if we don't during our broadcast, tune for the Farm Bureau Insurance Scoreboard Show after the game. 4th, and all of a sudden that 5 became 6 yards. Here's Marysville with the last shot on this drive. Keep it alive. Waters on the near side.
I think he got there.
He's at the 50.
He got it.
That's the first down. Marysville, a 7-yard pickup. Needed 6 on the first down, and they got her done. 3:50 remaining in the ball game. Bulldogs could score yet, trailing 49-0, 7-0 here in the second half. From the Raider 15, just outside the Raider 15-yard line. Survey of the line, right, then left. Waters under center.
Yeah.
Rivera for no gain. Might have been a short loss. Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
So I know what you want to do here, and I respect it, and I think it's the right answer, is run your offense. But what I'd like to see them do is if Waters just take a quarterback sneak, that middle linebacker is absent from the football game basically right now, and there's 4 yards to get before anybody could even touch him. And then you see him in the open field, makes one man miss. Next thing you know, 16 yards for a touchdown.
2nd down, 11 yards to go. We've got 2:40 left in the ball game. Under center, here's the snap. And a keeper to the 15. Got that yard, maybe a yard and a half back.
3rd and very long here.
3rd short of 10 yards. As deep in Raider territory as Marysville has been all night.
Yep, first time in the red zone.
Play coming off the far sideline. And on third and a short 10. Here's MHS under 2 minutes left. Shot in motion. Waters bounced off his other halfback. Tossed into the end zone, overthrown, incomplete.
Yeah, the halfback went the wrong way because that was clearly, or the fullback there, Rivera, went the wrong way. It was clearly a roll to the left. Now Marysville's going to try to kick a field goal here. Stephen Lowry has a strong leg. It's pretty accurate. This is going to be set up from it'll be about a 33-yarder. No, just a 31-yarder.
Yeah, it's doable. Now, he hasn't had any opportunities here tonight, so you're really stepping in cold, if we will. We're down to 1:20 left, trying to put points on the board here on the road tonight. And they hold the snap from the 21.
Nailed it.
Lowry puts it straight.
Nope, he did not get it.
It looked good from here.
Sure did.
We don't get a vote on that? It looked good from here. Well, a field goal missed, but a great effort by this Marysville second string, trailing 49-0 late in the game.
Probably have one play left. It's a running clock here. Since there's no score, now under 50 seconds to go, probably one snap of the football left.
All right, Red Raiders will ride home to a win, evening their season mark at 1-1, while Marysville falls winless in starts versus Abilene and Wamego. Trying to get 22 guys established out there. No easy task. Under a half minute remains, and we're underway with Logan Fulton, who's had the second half start, been impressive as a freshman, number 2. After an impressive start by the senior, Pruitt Nolan, racking up 42 first half points tonight.
Pruitt Nolan was a perfect 9 for 9 and 104 yards, and then on top of that, he had another 49 yards rushing and a touchdown carry.
Going to let the clock roll out. Running clock late and a 49-0 final. Which was a long night for Marysville. Try to shake it off.
That's all you can do.
Or win it next Friday.
That's all you can do is explain to these young men that this was not a matchup that was favorable to you in any way, shape, or form. Next week is. So we're not going to worry about our rearview mirror. We're going to worry about the opponent in front of us, and that's Chapman. And Tony Trimble and his staff, they'll get that taken care of.
All right, they're begging for a final. Let me post that one real quick, and we'll do the wrap-up and call it a good night. Clay Center wins 61-0. You mentioned they were a team to watch.
Yep.
Clay Center wins 61-0. Here's a final, Abilene over Concordia, 47-12.
Well, I think Concordia is another team that Marysville will match up nicely with. There are wins out there to go get. You just can't worry about what happened here tonight in your pursuit of those wins to go get.
All right, let me rewind my halftime recap because that's where all the scoring was in the first half. Wamego scored early, scored often, I think is how I opened it, with 7:41 to play. In the first quarter, it was McIntyre from a yard out. McIntyre and Graber adds the PAT for a 7-0 count. Smith with 4:32 to play, 4 yards out. Graber adds a PAT, 14-0 count. McIntyre again, 4 yards out. They blocked the PAT, 20-0. Safety on the punt following a 22-0 Wamego lead. Ian Cruz, one more score. First quarter, 1 yard out. Scored the 6, but he had a penalty in the end zone. Resulted in no PAT, 28-0 into 1. Tate Warren scores, 46 yards scamper in the second quarter. Missed the PAT, 35-0 Wamego. Nolan, the quarterback, 1 yard out, less than a yard out actually. Graber adds the PAT, 42-0 at the half. On second half score, Porter Smith, 4 yards out, carries. They had the PAT for a 49-0 final. Marysville attempts a late field goal, but scoreless here, week 2 of the season.
Well, and, I did not keep stats in the second half, largely because I ran out of boxes for the names to put them in, and it never occurred to me to bring an extra sheet. So in the future, I'll have a third sheet so that I can do that for you if we run into another team like Wamego. But the statistics were there. I mean, it in that first half, it was 9.3 yards per play for Wamego, 3.4 yards per play for Marysville. And it just was one of those things where Marysville has to control the line of scrimmage for them to have any success. And they did that maybe on 3 plays all night when it was 1 versus 1s. And as a result of that, you get this dominating performance from Wamego. And again, it's a matchup issue. I'm a big proponent of the fact that Wamego shouldn't be on our schedule, much less someone that we have to compete with day in and day out on our sub-varsity level. But what happens is when you get a team like Wamego with the numbers that they have and the athletes that they have, and a team like Marysville who's got basically 15 guys they can put on the field, things can get away from you if you don't have early success. That's high school football all the time. You play this game again, and Wamego's going to win it, but maybe they win it 24-6, that kind of thing. It just got away from them, and it got unwound. If I'm Tony Trimble, I take this film and I throw it in the trash, and we don't even look at it tomorrow. We spend our time tomorrow talking about Chapman and how we can match up with them, and Chapman isn't going to be coming in on any kind of high note after what they went through tonight either.
Yeah, I agree. The entire first quarter was the second quarter before Marysville got a conversion. So you didn't taste any early success. You were just pounded time after time. And Wamego proved their worth here tonight. They're a solid football team and going to be one to watch. Let's see. That's probably about all we had to say.
I think we're good.
I think we have said all we can say. Join Jason and Brian live from Atlanta Family Sports Complex next week. We're going to work on the stream with high school, so you can find an easy link on our website at KNDYradio.com, or just tell Alexa Bulldogs on radio, I think is our new mantra. We're on air online and on our mobile app with live home and away coverage, a service of our Sports Booster Club members. Our final tonight, Wamego goes 1-1 on the season, defeating winless Marysville in their second start, 49-0. Jason Bruniger, thank you for your color commentary and statistics here tonight. I'm Bruce Dierking, inviting you to K-State football, 9 o'clock pregame tomorrow, right here on KNDY.
At your service 24/7, on air, online, and on our mobile app. News, weather, sports, and more. Yours from KNDY.